Waller boy, clone one.
Hello, hello, Mr. Stark, our sea co-caster for the day. How you doing?
Just fine, man.
Nice. Are you ready for some high-level clowning?
For sure.
Nice. Are you in the game? Start.
Yep, I'm on the game, man.
Nice, nice.
I was watching. I was seeing the draft. Pretty insane draft. Some civilizations truly are appearing quite way more than before, like Mongols, man.
Well,
Every set there's a Mongol, man.
not always. I think Vietnamese was actually the most common one. Like we've seen Vietnamese almost every set, but
Oh,
Mongols?
that's true. That's true. Vietnamese were already seeing the previous tournament. I think that people already knew how strong they were.
Yeah, but here it doesn't really matter, right? Because you don't know if you'll get them or not. It's not by choice, it's by luck. Whether the draft
That's
gives you
true.
it or not.
That's
And
true.
whose draft do you actually like more here?
Honestly, uh, giving both draft options here, I think that I like Tato's a bit more.
Yeah, I agree. But can you explain why you went for Tatars over, let's say, Bulgarians?
That one is truly difficult to explain because when I think about the arena civs, I'm always going to think like, okay, what are my weapons for the early Imperial Age game stage, especially.
Mhm.
So I always like to have civilizations with like first off, strong economy, something that I would try to put in my checklist.
Mhm.
Later, access to bombard cannon if possible, that's also great. And later, access to redemption monks. If you have like redemption monks, you can even somehow manage to beat a civilization that has bombard cannons. For
Yeah.
example, we saw some sets of like Japanese versus Bohemian, and the guy with Japanese winning by countering the half knights and the bombard cannons using the monks. So that's something that you can do. That's something that I would consider. And some civilizations just lack that, you know. Tatars do have a good civ, good have a good bonus to boom. So you drop the TCs, you have the ship lasts longer. You can somehow fight better for the map control because of that. There are no heals for the Tatars, but you can still fight better because you gain the extra food from the ship. That allows you to make more scouts in the beginning than your opponent. You can just have that initial 2 extra scouts on the beginning when both are going to fight for the center. So that's quite interesting.
Yeah,
There's also
but
the free tumbling, but still,
what
no
happened in the late
redemption, no
game?
canon.
Like that,
Exactly.
that's the issue.
If you have to fight like a civilization with strong siege onagers, good monks, guy can just spend like some infantry, get back the map control. You are going to be in trouble. So yeah, I dislike a bit it.
Yeah.
I would rather have like Japanese, for example.
Yeah, or any other civ except Chinese, basically. But
Exactly, exactly.
yeah, well, Tatoh, the first to go up, he's doing that with 23 villagers. So that's not a lack of opening for sure, right? What do you think? Is he just going to boom here, Tatoh?
It feels like he's in a between booming and going for the fast castle. He has 15 on food, so it's more like he's aiming for the fast castle.
No, of course
I
first
don't know.
castle, but into boom or
Oh, I see. I mean, if you was just gonna stay late, if you were thinking that maybe he will stay on field of age to make like 4 or 6 views and he's just trying to boost his uptime or not. Seems like he's going for market and blacksmith, which
yeah,
is interesting. We have market and blacksmith for both guys.
yeah. Uh, well, I kind of feel like Kingstone went up too late. Yeah, look, he's already doing 4 villagers. He's melee. Like with melee, you either go super fast to feudal boom,
I agree.
or you go super late to have a big villager advantage and still manage to fast castle. He went kind of in the middle, so you
Which is
had,
terrible. Which is
yeah,
terrible. You're not
which is the
benefiting
worst.
from the
Exactly,
bonus.
exactly. Uh, well,
I think
let's.
it's hard to say if Tato is just gonna give up on the map control to go for like straight boom. He can still try to go for something like dropping a barracks, making like 4 or 5 spearmen, and then trying to collect at least 2 relics using the spearmen before the monks can overpower your infantry. You know.
Yeah, and that's
And,
exactly what he's doing. Getting a barracks up Tata. Both are getting a barracks. So both are
oh
expecting
my
the
god.
opponent to go scout and they will go for the counter. But
Well, if that's the case, I would actually feel like there is a small advantage for the Malay player because his monks are better. So if he
Yeah.
wants to insist, drop like a second monastery, he can put some pressure, upgrade atonement or something like that, and even force more. So
Yeah.
in this kind of approach, I would rather be the Malay.
And in the late game, what are we gonna see here? It feels like ranged units.
Yeah, it's hard to go for anything else than branched units. So Kingstone can open up with the archer range and make a transition into Karambit. That's what I would play. I don't know if I would manage to win doing that. I just lost doing it, but still, I would still go for that approach. As for Tatoh, I feel like just opening range and going for like skirmishers if he sees the enemy ranged units, or if it's something else like Karambits, just go for Arbalest.
Yeah. Okay, Castle Age for both right now. We're getting Monastery from both, so both are doing exactly the same, just Tatoh with Kingstone with way more villagers, because, well, power of
Yeah,
Malay,
yeah.
you advance so fast. But Tatoh gets extra wood income as it's the Dravidians, like you get 200 wood per age, so you can already afford a second PC.
Town center. Okay. I was just watching if Kingstone was gonna drop a second monastery. Nope, no second monastery, and only 4 on gold, so that was kind of given already.
Yeah. In
I had too much
theory,
hopes.
both thieves get a tournament, so I mean, if it's only
Mm,
Spearman, we might even get a tournament from one of the players, maybe.
that's right. I think that they need to realize first what they are dealing against. They probably did by now. Both are like, oh my god, I see no light cap. This
Yeah.
guy's hiding pretty well, right?
Yeah, well, some players like to hide it very, very long, but if you see the Spearman, you know that something is there, but you don't know if they're light of coming or not. And both have one
Yeah.
scout, so that's the only weapon right now to snipe monks, because the Spearmen
Mm-hmm.
are
No,
not.
they're not gonna do it.
Yeah. Already certain censure by Tatoh. I don't like this wooden censure. The Titans of gold or stone. Second DC for Kingstone, that's a better DC, stone and wood. And first relic for both, I guess.
Yep. Both are getting the relics. Kingstone even being more aggressive with his scout, but it's difficult to manage to get a kill with
Yeah,
a single scout.
yeah, so many spearmen nearby
You
also to
need
help.
you need your opponents to do a huge mistake in this level, in order to lose a monk to a single scout.
Yeah, yeah. And monk needs to be completely exposed or you're not paying attention at all with a spearman. Like, oh, that could be a dead monk, you see? US and you... What? What? Why'd he go back? It's like he
Respect, man. He
res
respected.
respects the monks. Okay. So that's gonna be the second relic for Tatoh. Kingstone might try and snipe that. So both
Good
TC.
scout
Oh,
placement.
oh no. Real? Oh, come
Oh,
on.
we have a snipe. We have a snipe.
That's
We
so
do
good.
have a snipe.
And I would...
That's great. Kingston's playing way better in this beginning. He's sniping the monk. He saw the enemy scout there and just sit back with his own monk. So he's respecting a lot that single scout, playing a bit more solid for the relic. But I would give Taro also a good advantage, given how he managed to use the wood bonus to convert back the villager advantage from Malay. It's very
Yeah.
common for the Malay to have this view advantage, and we don't see it here. Tato has already closed that gap with the fast town centers.
What do you think about that double TC by Kingstone on the stone? What is
A bit
that?
worried the location.
Yeah, what
I
is...
have nothing against the 4TC. I think that the 4TC is good. I'm just
No,
a
it's the
bit worried about
position.
this location.
Yeah,
The position
exactly.
is
Like,
weird.
what
So
the hell
weird.
is that? Those are not mining camps. Kingstone's also on centers. You don't place them like that. But oh well. Both are doing the 4-stone center.
And he's very ready on the stone
Oh,
already, Kingstone.
save the monk. The micro by Tatoh. Sick micro, dodging the TC fire.
Sick. That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
That was a great monk snipe.
Yeah, but now
Anyway, we're done with the clowning. 3 relics for Kingstone and 2 for Taro. Let's go for the real game.
real game, yeah. So what do you think? Like, will maybe Kingstone use the power of the... Okay, he's already gone for Siege Workshop, but use the power of the faster uptimes and try to go for Forward Castle and put early aggression on Tatoh, or play it safe?
Yeah, I was thinking about he playing Karambits here instead of going for ranged units. Seems like an option. You already have all the armor upgrades, and you can actually get some map control because of that. He's not. I don't see any sign that he might go for an archer range. Forward siege, very heavy on the stone. Opposite to Tara, who's actually dropping the archer range. So we might actually see Karambits versus Arbalest in this
Yeah.
early stage.
It's possible, especially with a double TC on the stone, like he can go super heavy on the stone. Let's see, for now only 8 villagers, that only now going on stone. Doing, well, 2 archers. I guess he's not committing. I don't know what he wants to achieve with those 2 archers.
Perhaps he has like 5 archers to then try to get the map control against the enemy monks and spearmen.
Yeah, but we already got him on Gonel, so it's not really gonna work.
He
Wheelbarrows.
doesn't know about that, right? That's the
Yeah,
issue here for
that's
him.
true. That's true. He lost his scout, so he doesn't. Oh, he's also going for a forward siege workshop, and he's gonna get
He's
a
gonna
nice
find
surprise.
out now. Once that monk starts converting the spearman, he
Yeah.
might be able to see. No, he won't.
No, he just saw it because the
He saw,
monk
he saw.
revealed it. Yeah.
Exactly, the monk revealed. So now he got the information, immediately reacts by going for his own siege workshop.
That's a good question from Blocking in the chat. Am I on your back?
I don't know.
What? That's all
I
ever.
need. I don't know. I don't know.
That's
I
all
would
I ever
remember.
wanted in life, man. To be on your back. So that's some nice dancing by Tatoh, but that's a dead monk. Oh, but he
Oh
killed
my.
his own scout. Come on.
Well, it's worth it. It gives a message, you know. I'm willing to sacrifice things in order to win the battles.
Oh. And look at his stone count. He is ready to push a castle and he's sending the villagers forward. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. I love the outposts that Kingstone did all around the map. Showing him exactly what's... But what is that castle?
Yeah, he's respecting way too much. I think that as Malay, you can be a bit more bold, considering that he has the mangonels. He could consider at least denying that third gold from Taro and also that secondary stone, you know?
Yeah.
A castle very close to that middle stone would be better.
To the Mangonel, something around the Mangonel where it is now would have been a perfect castle, or next to the outpost, but yeah. Kingstone is almost ready to go up. Go.
Taro's selling his soulment in order to go up. He just sold like 400 wood for like 260 gold. And he's still not managing to click. He doesn't want to sell his stone in order to get the uptime because he needs it.
Well, he did invest into crossbows, which are not serving any purpose at the moment, but dancing. So that kind of is slowing him down. Now he sold more wood and he's clicking up, so it's gonna be 1 minute and 40 seconds behind Kingstone with Malay.
Okay,
Kingstone...
now we see archer ranges.
Yeah, kind of expected.
I was believing in the Karambits, to be honest. I was like, oh my god, he can try to do that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, but he's going crossbows, right? If it was skirmishers, maybe he would have done karambits, but I'm sure we'll get to them eventually. The only things that I worry about for Kingstone is if Tatoh manages to get to, let's say, elephant archers.
That's very hard to counter.
Yeah, what can Malay do against that?
Yeah, the thing about Malay is that it usually doesn't have better units. So whenever you are Malay and you're fighting like Dravidians, Vietnamese, whatever you're fighting, most of the time you do not have like better units. Unless you're doing so for some crazy Velas strategy like full elephants, you need to actually play and win the game in the early Imperial Age, or at least get yourself a huge advantage and win by numbers, you know? Because your units are not going to be better. He has to pressure. He has to force a trap war. He has to aim on that castle, on the cannons. He has to keep trading ranged units. If he doesn't do that, he can eventually get outclassed by better units.
I totally agree. And now we have some Mangonels. That's if the Mangonel survives with 1 HP. But don't send it forward. Oh man, he's gonna lose everything.
Yep.
Sick micro bait, Tatoh 3 for 1.
Yeah, that was a good micro. He deal with the mangonels. If Kingstone was even thinking about going onagers, which he was not, that he would have just lost the all the units. But he's going for the skirmishers, that's fine. We can see already 6 archer ranges, that's a huge commitment.
Yeah. He just got chemistry, so cannons will be coming. Tatoh only now reached teams, so still needs to wait 1.5 minutes for chemistry. And
There are even more issues for Tatoh, right? He's lacking the... He's lacking space now. He's gonna start getting pushed. He already lost a siege workshop. Those archer ranges are exposed. They are also gonna be victims of the enemy trebuchets and bombard cannons. He's having to build like a siege workshop. This can just this has a lot of snowball potential for the Malay player.
yeah, and Kingstone just executed 3 spearmen on the right side. They didn't do a good job, it seems. Fired on the spot. I like that. I mean, sometimes you have those units that you did in Castle Age and you totally forget about them, and they take like 4 or 5 population, and it's good to get rid of them early. Castle stands no chance that one trap will come out. It's so important if it will come out. Oh, yeah, in the last second. That was very good. Chemistry
I like
now
what
in.
Kingstone's doing.
Oh man, Tatoh, you cannot delete the walls. This is arena, man.
I think that he wants more space to have mobility for the cannons to dodge and so on.
Yeah.
But still, I don't think he has the Dravidian skirmishers. They shoot faster. They are, in theory, they are quite strong, but that's gonna be difficult because he's under pressure. He won't be able to get the gold. There's a huge potential of him getting like gold starved. He needs to micro very well now to push back.
Yeah, and he's trying now. He has cannons coming from behind, skirmishers going forward. He's aiming at the cannons of Kingstone, getting one, getting two. Oh my, and the trap, that's a great fight for Tatoh, it seems, but he's also losing a lot. He's getting like the import units. Yeah, 2 traps. Should be 2 traps.
4 siege units for 0, man.
Yeah?
If you just take into consideration, it was like 4 siege units that Kingstone just lost. That slows down a lot his push, you know.
Yeah, like there was almost 1k score difference before this fight, and now it's almost even. And, well, skirmishers versus skirmishers at the middle right now, cannons coming from behind. But
That's
I like a
smart.
lot. Yeah, I like a lot the full map controls that Kingstone has here. He's the one dictating the face of the game here. He's the one pushing another castle a bit more forward now. I like that a lot, just don't get it one shot.
Oh my, and he's already attacking into the swordsman line now. He just finished it now to upgrade his skirmishers. Tatoh actually abused that. He knew that he was fighting against only +2 armor skirmishers. So as soon as he finished the +4, he attacked. That's why he got also a good fight. He had small numbers, just a bit more army. Now he's getting outnumbered by Kingstone, and that's how the Malay wants to play that. He wants to outnumber his opponent.
Do you like the swordsman? Or do you think Karambit? I would have loved to see Karambits here actually, instead of... He got 3 castles almost.
Exactly. I would like a bit more the Karambits. I just have the feeling that they can be a bit more bulky. Actually, they can be actually more effective sniping cannons with their mobility as well. And there's a good scenario to start making like either swordsmen or karambits because there are no more crossbowmen for Tatoh. He only has skirmishers.
Yeah, but look at Tatoh, he's also doing man-at-arms right now. Let me quickly check if Kingstone got Forced Levy or not. I don't think he did.
I don't saw him doing it.
He didn't. So if he goes for swordsman now, yeah, it costs gold. He's not. He's without unique deck.
He has like more than 1k gold, so I feel like it's fine for him to start doing the swordsman right now, even without forced levy, and because there's plenty of gold for him.
Yeah, but I mean,
for now. But I agree with you. He should consider at some point having them.
Yeah, it could save him a lot of gold in the long run, and we do love gold here, right? We do like cheap stuff.
We do.
And now the swordsman for Tatoh as well.
The huge thing here is the armor already fully upgraded for the swordsmen of Kingstone.
That's true.
And now he's doing a good job with the cannons as well. He has like 6 cannons. He can pressure a lot. Tato's having to run with his cannons. Oh no, Kingstone, don't lose those cannons, man. Snipe the enemy once.
Well, it's kind of difficult to micro right now, right? You have three types of units that you need to control. You got the cannons, the skirmishers, the
Who controls
swordsman.
skirmishers, man? No one controls skirmishers.
GG.
GG called. He was able to do that. I feel like Tatoh regretted deleting that. He had no reaction time to that. The transition from Kingstone was just way smooth here, and the free armor makes the difference, man.
Yeah,
Free armor is the key.
very well played by Kingstone. I mean, I don't want to say that he played like this because he played a warm-up game against me on Hideout, but I think it's definitely the reason. But okay.
When you take a look on Tatoh, man, he only had the second armor. So, sorry, only had the first armor and Gambitson. So he still had to upgrade the second and the third one, and there's so much time until he does that. So he knew that even if he was able to start messing up the swordsman, he wouldn't be able to match in terms of quality, you know. He
And
needed time.
and not
It's
only
very
that, the
difficult.
production, like his production wasn't close to Kingstone. I'm not sure how
Oh,
many
no, no.
swordsmen he did, but
Not at all.
yeah.
In,
Didn't
in the end
Kingstone
of
have
the
much more?
game,
Like,
way more. In the end of the game, Taro only had like 4 swordsmen, and he
yeah,
only had like 3 barracks, so his production was indeed very slow.
yeah. So very well played by Kingstone, and he's 1-0 ahead here. Damn, is Kingstone? Well, Kingstone is an amazing arena player. This has to be said. Like, he can definitely go far, but I don't know. Can he beat Tatoh? Tatoh is a beast. He
Well,
beat
he did
Draken,
what
so everything is possible.
I feel like he just did what he needed to do. If you consider the matchup between Malay and Dravidians, I personally would rather have the Malay. So I feel like he
Yeah, for
just used
sure.
one of his top civs and he won. That was like expected.
Hmm.
It was like his first pick, right?
It's his
And
first pick,
Dravidian was
but
like the third one
yeah, which
from
is
Taro.
also quite high. I mean, you don't want to lose with your third sieve, but
Oh
it's
no no.
against the top sieve, so I guess it's
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. If you lose with Dravidians like to Japanese, man, you are in trouble. But if you lose to Malay, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. So what would you do now? If I were Tatoh, I would probably think about I need to use like my strongest civilization right now. I need to get a game back.
I can see him going Incas here, actually.
Incas?
Yeah. And
Because
I
there's
feel
no more
like,
Malay, right?
yeah, Incas could be good. Like, if Kingston goes for good sieves, he goes good Jalas or Aztecs, Incas could be quite good versus both. And they're good basically versus every sieve here. I don't see one huge sieve win for either of the sieves for Kingstones against Incas. And
Yeah,
he still
that's right.
has
They're
Ethiopians and Poles.
troublesome. If I were Kingstone, I would just think like, okay, I just used a good save on my draft. I can go for one of the for the bottom of it. Try to use like either Bulgarians, Japanese, Vikings, and try to score something. I would save Bulgarians until like Incas or Mongols are out of the game because both Mangudais and Redemption Monks can be a pain to Bulgarians.
I don't well, he did pick Bulgarians last, so and he picked the Vikings force, which makes no sense because what sieve does Viking counter here except Tatars, maybe even not Tatars.
It's difficult. Mm,
Weird pick.
counter they don't, but they actually have some good fights versus the others do their economy. You can
Well,
play like full champions versus. No, it's too risky. You're right. I agree with you.
okay. I just want
Perhaps
to
for
see
Kingston.
Kingston Monk Rush with Aztecs. That's all I ever want.
How much Monk Rush potential we have? We have Aztecs, we have Japanese, but those guys are playing pretty safe.
But I don't see any sieves that is bad against the Monk Rush. So like Poles, Ethiopians, Incas, even Mongols, they're all great against Monks. So I think the
Yeah,
chances are
that's right.
very, very slim.
Tatars probably are the ones who suffer more
Uh,
against any civ. So
yeah. I'm ashamed that we don't get Kumans for that or something like that to go for one of his crazy feudal strategies. That would have been
yeah, that would be nice.
something.
That would be nice.
Yeah, they're in the lobby. They're about to start soon. So the winner of this set wins plays. The winner of a Viper and ACCM who play tomorrow So that could be a tough one for the winner.
Such an interesting set. Huh?
Yeah,
This one, also Viper and ACCM, very interesting sets.
I agree. Well, like we're in the stage where we have 6 players left in every freaking game. So the last one is Yo versus Ganji that we played on Sunday. That also should be
Oh,
really, really interesting.
Gunji's playing quite nice. I like his games are quite entertaining. Lots of monk rushes
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, true. And Yo is not really a fan of Arena, let's call it that way. But he's still a beast. Like how much? No, doesn't matter how much he hates it, he's still amazing on it. So
Exactly.
yeah,
He's too good. His base stats are just awesome.
yeah. Oh yeah, Zeph started. Let's see some matchups that we got.
Oh my god!
Game
Oh
number
my
2.
god! Look at that matchup.
Oh, Yve. I mean, you know what?
I wasn't wrong about it, right?
Uh,
He did went for the bottom civilizations, and Tato's just going for one of his strongest ones. Like he knows that he's behind. He needs to seize the win somehow, so he goes for the poles. And Kingstone's like, I have the lead. I can risk getting a bottom civ now.
but you guys don't see it, but it's Vikings versus Poles. And I honestly feel like Vikings, it's the best matchup they could have gotten with Vikings, except the Tatars. Because what
I
do
agree.
Poles shine with? Cheap Cavaliers and Winged Hussars. And the Zergs or even the Pikemen with Chieftains are quite good against that. If they go unique units or Arbalists, Vikings have good Arbalists too, so
Exactly.
it's
Not
okay.
good arbalests, like great arbalests. If you do the crown for the arbalests, they are pretty powerful. They are just gonna pierce through armored units so easily. And when you consider that poles lack the last armor for the ranged units, they lack the last armor for the cavalry somehow. So perhaps numbers are not gonna save Taro alone. So he might have a huge trouble on how to counter Viking arbalest if they get it fully upgraded.
Yeah, but
I would fear it even more than infantry, to be honest.
but if there is something that Tato very shines in, like he's good in basically in everything Age of Empires. But when I watch his games, what he likes to do is basically overruns the opponent from every side. Like he attacks from the left, from the right, from the middle, all at the same time. And I kind of feel like Poles are perfect for that, like with their cheap
That's right.
military.
That's right.
So that
Let's
could
see
be
if
what Tato will
if
go for.
Kingstone will be able to use the map control in the same way he did in the first game. With that amount of map control, if he just plays like a castle in the center somehow, if he just get to do that, he can just nerf a bit these multiple attacks. You know.
Yeah, but like if there is a good sieve to take map control with, it's the Poles, right? Their
That's
economy
right.
early on is insane. Using the full works, you can spam a lot of light cav, and I feel like Tato has to go light cav here. So we will see. Poles have been nerfed a bit, but not by that much. They're still an amazing save. And okay, let's see some maps. Like Kingdome's map is kind of blebbish. Like the stone and the secondary goal is forward, and there's another goal at the same spot. So if Tato plays aggressive and places a castle there, Kingstone will have only one goal. That's it. I mean, it's a main goal. It's
Yeah, that's
nice,
terrible.
but
That's terrible. Kingston cannot be like too passive. I don't think that's a game to go for like 4 town centers unless he's like keeping the map control pretty well. I wouldn't risk going for like a 4 town center like he did in the previous game. I would play 3 town centers only, especially since he has Vikings. Like he already starts with handcart. You do not need to boom that much with Vikings, especially with these upgrades.
yeah, I agree. Tata's map is even worse actually. He got his main stone and main gold forward next to one gold. But I don't see Kingstone going for a forward castle with Vikings, right? At least
Nah.
not
And
early
to be
on.
honest, the main gold cannot be sniped on by siege, by a castle.
That's
It's
true.
still gonna be safe for quite a while. So I feel it's not that of worse. That forward full work can be a bit annoying. Yeah?
Yeah.
If Kingstones goes pretty well for the aggression, he might try to.
I would have done it on the
He
other
might do
side
that.
of the berries, like towards the houses. It would have been a perfect one, I guess. Don't know why he didn't go for that.
Good question.
But oh well. Oh well. I mean, I've been watching so many games during MOA, and something I noticed that no matter how good the player is, they sometimes place buildings in such questionable positions that it drives me crazy.
Let people be creative, man. Come on.
It's not creative, it's about efficiency. Like, I mean, I'm not very good at this game, but at least I place my buildings. Great.
Efficiency is overrated.
Nah, it's super. I mean,
Please.
maybe, yeah. Yeah. Are you efficient or do you? I don't remember from your
Actually,
games.
my wood lines are great, man. My wood lines are great. Only that. My wood line until like minute 5, pretty efficient. After that, it's not so much about efficiency.
Okay.
I don't have the APM for that, for efficiency.
Yeah, you're not very fast. You are like me, not very young, not very fast, but smart. That's what at least my mom says.
Yeah. Moms are needed, man.
Okay, so first farm by Tatoh on the forward. And do you think it's gonna be scouts for both or what?
Honestly, if I were Paul, I would for sure go for the scouts to at least start getting the map control. If I can also engage the Viking into playing like a full light cab war, at some point you know that you are gonna have better technologies, so you can just keep the control, still getting the relics, pressure him. If you need like more stables, you can start doing like lots of forward. So I feel it's good. It's good for the poles to force the light caps. I would do it 100%.
Okay, oh yeah, we can see Tatoh going on gold. I wanted to ask you that question. Like, when polls just came out, you could go like 3-4 on stone, and you would have the gold for first castle. So you basically would be able to do scouts and still have enough stone for a castle. But now it was nerfed a bit, so I guess people don't do that anymore, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's not so worth to do that. You also ended up losing the timing. I think it was great for. It's still good. It's still great for booming. If you want to go for the boom, you can do that. But it's better to fight for the center. So, given the situation, it doesn't work to go for the castle right now, or for the stone to this approach. I would rather just play regular and focusing on the gold.
Okay.
We see no
Uh,
barracks for Kingstone, right? No barracks
no
at all.
barracks. So
And
he's just gonna boom.
yeah, he's probably gonna go for a similar approach that we have seen in the previous game. Drop the market, drop the blacksmith. Later he goes for like a barracks and okay, I'm just gonna grab like 2 relics around my base, but my focus might be the booming.
Yeah.
Straight boom, like ignore all the relics. It's a bit tough to do that because you are even inviting Paul to get all the map control, all the relics. At least doing a barracks here says that man, I'm still gonna fight for it.
Yeah. Man, I hate this market on the woodline, dude. What is that? Why not do it on the edge of the map? But oh well. So you were entirely right. Barracks coming up for Kingstone, and he should aim for those 2 relics close to him. If he will get them without going scout, he'll be very happy, I guess. Tatoh, stable blacksmith, playing this without any surprises. He's going for a double bit X before horse color. Well, he can get both already, doesn't really matter. His pulse, look at his food count, that's just sick. Yeah, seems like Tatoh will get the map control. Do you think Kingstone will allow him or later maybe Pikeman upgrade?
I feel like you need to contest later, right? Just staying home trying to do Arbalest against like a pole, it's not a great deal, you know. The pole can just drop a castle forward. If he forces like a trap war, he will still have access to bombard cannon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has more tools to play uh, a trap war, for example.
Yeah.
As a Viking, I would find it too risky to just give full map control, unless I was very confident that I could like push back. I would never give full map control to Tatoh. That's suicide.
Yeah.
You probably go for the pikeman later.
Yeah.
At least pikeman or some spearmen.
Spalls are so dangerous early on. Like they can reach him, and bam, you have like 25 cavaliers in your base with a unique deck. So freaking dangerous.
Exactly, both the full Cavaliers approach and also the Trap War. Both are dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. Or both, like, yeah, at the same time. Yeah, Paul's economy is just insane. They can do anything they want, basically. He already got the second full workup. Tatoh, he went up with one villager more, so he will be a bit slower, but, I mean, doesn't really matter. Since Kingstone is not going for scouts. Gonna do a monastery now on his wall. If he has a wood.
I'm curious about. I even thought that he could like delete the wall to make the forward there, but that would be way too aggressive.
I usually do that when you go double monastery or monk rush, like doing it while booming. It's too risky.
You're inviting your opponent to win the map and grab your relics.
Yeah.
Oh my, what's that Tatoh is doing, man? Only 2 scouts. He didn't commit to light cab, and he's actually going for like extra TCs already.
Not only extra TCs, Boso and heavy plot together and a monastery. It just shows you the... And he went for scouts. That's the power of the Poles. Still insane with all the nerfs.
Man. What do you choose? I choose everything. Every option. Economy, army, monastery, I choose everything.
What do you go for? Yeah. Okay, so we got now second TC for Kingstone on the wood. Trying to block the scout Tatoh. Almost. No. Do you like the husbandry over light caps that Tatoh did?
I would rather have the light cap.
Exactly, like if you're versus pikeman, you don't need the speed, you're already faster, so you want to have the extra attack to snipe monks easier, but okay.
Perhaps one thing that might happen is that you cannot see husbandry and you see light cap. So if you have a monk and you see a bunch of scouts, you are like, nah, I can convert and they are not gonna go for the snipe. I can like convert or protect myself with this spearman. You kind of might be underestimating them a bit more than if you see a light cap.
Yeah, I don't think that was his reasoning, but yeah, that's a point. And that should be a dead monk here for Tatoh. No, he's paying attention. Nice. He's almost too close to the walls. Yeah, he noticed. Oh yeah.
He has 3 forwards already, by the way.
Oh, that's sick. And he's getting sensitive. Tatoh is doing everything right so far, I think. Sensitivity is super important here. There is not gonna be a single dead monk when sensitivity is there, and it's only spearman. So it's 2 relics for Tatoh and 2 relics for Kingstone. Okay, so Kingstone got exactly what he wanted, right? No life commitment, no nothing, and he got 2 relics. This final one will be Tatoh's, but I think Kingstone should be happy.
I feel like Tatoh just was pretty smart in order to realize that, okay, I can stop at like 2 scouts, not over-invest into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Perhaps he did even husbandry to try and snipe the enemy scout as well. I don't know what was the reasoning. I don't see how he used husbandry so far.
No, doesn't really matter, right? He still pulls. It's not like he's lacking food. He did have 30 idle seconds, but I don't think husbandry was that important there, so I think he's fine still. Adding now another full work. And
oh my god, I was wrong about Kingstone. He's going for a 4th down center. I thought that he would play like only 3 and aim on having like a fast up. But no, he's going for like 4 down centers. Yeah. So Revi Eco once again.
Yeah, and he's going up for the forward siege workshop again. So he will try to take map control here with Spikeman and Mangonels. And you know what I would do if I was Tatoh here? Redemption.
Redemption.
Players tend to forget that, but Poles do get redemption and even block printing. And Vikings don't get cannon, so it's not that important, but that's not gonna be a snipe.
Oh no, the siege workshop got denied.
Oh no.
Now, oh my god, that is committing. Second stable, light cav, forging, no, he canceled. He was committing and he, oh
I like that, I like that.
Don't make me look bad.
He is adapting.
Yep.
I like that a lot.
He thought about committing, but he felt like, okay, I already blocked that from happening. I don't need to upgrade that right now.
Yeah.
Pretty smart. He's actually building up an university now. He wants to click up. and he will be able to click up like way faster than the Viking. That's why I wouldn't commit to the 4th town center. You're just gonna allow the Pole to use the forwarks to click up faster, and then you are already in the disadvantage.
Yeah. I really like Tato's building placement. He's in around the town centers, so he's leaving a lot of place for folwarks later, because you need to place them, you need to have free real estate for them. We got Kingstone with a small villager lead. He's 4 villagers ahead, but he also has handcart that he gets for free, obviously, being the Vikings. Tatoh adding the ranges, okay.
Yep, adding the ranges already. He's also dropping a market. I'm curious to see what he wants to do with that market.
He's up. Wow, so much faster. Do you like the range opening for Tatoh? Or...
I find it interesting. And since he's going fast, he might be like, oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna play if Vikings overpowers me with the ranged unit, so I'm gonna go real quick, open like either Arbalest or Skirmisher, and then from that I adapt. Oh, the redemption's coming.
Oh, the redemption is so
you,
important. Yeah, stream snipe. I like that a lot. I love the redemption. And Tatoh Kingstone seems to be going for a forward castle, and that could be a doubt castle if he will be caught by surprise with the redemption.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna lose. He was gonna eventually do the castle, but he's gonna be hardly pushed back by the uptime from Tatoh. But Tatoh needs to drop a castle, right?
Yeah.
He needs to have like a castle ready when he's Imperial Age to start doing traps already.
Yeah, I agree. Well, he doesn't have the stone yet. I think he's waiting for Kingstone to... Oh, look at that castle. I like the Kingstone. Because if he tried to do it forward now, he would have lost. Oh, Tatoh can build in the walls, but spread the monks. Nice. Okay. Can this be a doubt castle?
It can. Now it can be a doubt castle. Now I agree with you. There are crossbows, there are the scouts. More views are coming, no doubt castle.
Oh boy, that's a lot of villagers. But forward castle by Tatoh as well. And Tatoh will be 1 minute and 20 seconds faster to imp. Gonna lose the 2 monks here. That's a good snipe by Tatoh as well. And I mean, it's looking good for Tatoh, I would say.
I agree. It is looking good. And if he's just setting up like a trap war, they're just gonna fight before the Viking Arbalest can show its full strength. And he can just use the cannons to his leverage. So he's actually playing the Civ a bit better here. The 4th TC is costing a lot for Kingstone now.
Yeah, and he's already getting chemistry, as you said. He will have a big advantage in the trap wars. The only thing that is good for Kingstone is that he's having villagers. Look what he's doing. Champion switch.
That's smart. That's interesting.
Is that smart?
That can be surprising.
Like he can see the crossbows. And
exactly. What Tatoh might be thinking here is, okay, this guy can go like skirmishers, I can already prepare cavaliers, I can try to play with like a few arbalests into cavaliers, or just focus in the trap war, and while Tatoh is there committed and even thinking about the transition, Kingstone can surprise him with the champions. Straight champions are pretty strong, but the thing here for Kingstone is he has to hide them and just use them all in once to push back.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
look at that. Look at the stables.
Where? Oh yeah.
For Tatoh, he's already like, oh, okay, this guy is probably gonna go skirmishers. I can see the skirmishers going out of the archer range, so I'm already gonna go for this transition.
Tatoh, move your monks, man. You're blocking your villagers on the stone. Okay. So Kingstone is repairing his castles. We got 2 traps for Tatoh, getting the armor. He does have 2 scouts. Where are they? Are they dead? No.
No,
okay.
they're near the stable.
So he should definitely use them to try and figure out what Kingstone is doing. Yeah, he does see the ranges, he can see skirmishers, but you should still scout him and try to catch on what else he's doing, because there is always a deck switch. Eventually.
I don't know what Tatoh is thinking here, man. Trying to get to those guys' head. He knows that his enemy is messing up skirmishers. So he already transitioned it into stables. He has a small group of crossbows, which can later be cavaliers. Oh no, he's not going for the cavaliers, he's going for the... Sorry, he has the crossbows that can become arbalest, and he is actually attacking into the roosters, not the the cheaper knights.
You know what? Like we were discussing, Kingstone messing longswords, and he has one barracks.
Yeah, that's the problem, man. He's stacking up, but he's not gonna have a good timing to push back. And the
Yeah.
more you give time to Poles, the more strong they get because of their eco.
So even if Tatoh scouts, he hasn't he cannot know what's coming because it's not coming yet. It's just preparation. Okay, but Wing Pulsars are there, Cannons are there. I would love to see the Arbalest upgrade for Tatoh just to have it. And I don't know. What can Kingston do here, do you think? Is there coming back from that? Because that's what we were talking about. He doesn't want to give Tatoh map control, and Tatoh got map control.
He just gave. He just gave. That's an issue. His late up is actually costing him a lot. Now he's even getting pushed back by a small group of roosters. He's gonna have to show what he's doing, and he shows. Tata knows about the longsword, so now he can prepare. He can go back, attack into full arbalest and get some numbers. He needs numbers. There's nothing else to do, and he already has the pole composition that he wants. Rooster and the arbalest. As for Kingstone, he kind of lost the opportunity. He's trying to push back now with runs and champions, but he's a bit out of timing.
Yeah, I look at the stone count of Tata. I feel like the finale push here will be to place the castle right on the traps, like right behind
Oh
them.
my.
That would be
That's
sick.
the GG.
He doesn't even need that. Like, there is not enough swords. Where's the swordsman?
No, man, there's no way to stop that. And with the two golds exposed, Kingstone knows that he screwed up here. He was too confused about which unit to use. He went for the ranges, immediately started attacking into the champions. I thought it was a good idea if he stick to one unit like Arbalest or Champion and just play it because both are strong, both are pretty good. I would even feel like he would be fine if he played like straight Arbalests later, adding like Pikemen or something like that, and get some numbers up. But the trap war that he actually got himself up to was terrible, and the fort on center slowed down his uptime by a lot. That was the big key in the game, in my opinion. The
Yeah.
3TC versus 4TC stuff.
Yeah, and it's also kind of tricky, right? Kingston took a bet. He went for one of his worst thieves, and Tatoh went for his best sieve. And with the draft system that we had here, it can be quite unbalanced. The sieves at the top and the sieves at the bottom. So Tatoh played his sieve advantage to the fullest, and it's 1-1, but he now uses his top sieve. So that's
Exactly.
gonna be interesting. The
That was a
statistics.
that's an okay trade. It shows that this is balanced. When both get like better sieves, they win the game, no problem. So this is probably showing us that we are going to have like a 3-2 series.
I hope so. Hope so. Would be great. So kill death ratio was better for Tatoh. He had more military, more conversions. His economy was better in everything but wood, only a bit less wood. He also one more villager and more APM for Kingstone. So yeah, 1-1. Let's see the sieves that we'll have for game number
Oh
3.
my. Just gonna shut my mouth here.
Have they started already?
They are already
Oh
there.
boy, let me
21
see.
seconds for the game to start.
Let me see. I'm just now clicking.
I want to hear your opinion on this matchup. Pretty excited
Wow,
for
you
it.
are. We have seen this matchup, I think, already in the tournament, guys. We got Incas for Tatoh and Aztecs for Kingstone. So the sad thing is we will not see a Monk Rush, right? Because one does not simply Monk Rush an Eagle Sieve.
Well, for sure, we're not gonna see scouts.
We're not gonna see scouts, yes.
That I can say for sure. The thing is how they're both gonna fight for the center. Like if I were the Aztecs, I think that I would feel comfortable during Castle Age because I know that I can do Eagles faster, do my barracks. I know that if I switch into monks, my monks are also better. Do the extra HP for each technology, so that's fine. As for the Inca, they actually have the leverage of having access to this linger later, which is a great counter to infantry,
Yeah.
but you would still have to deal with strong units, right? Such as onagers from the Aztecs, such as the skirmisher that is quite powerful. So both have great weapons.
Yeah, but I do see both doing double barracks at least as a start and fight for the relics, because the
To
relics,
fight for the relics, right?
yeah, they're even more crucial here than in a normal game because it's Aztecs, and just imagine
That's
Aztecs
right.
with 5 relics. So both one will want the relics because of the bonus, and one will try to deny the relics because of the bonus.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Do you think there's room for like going 1TC for a while, a bit more? Like go for the double barracks, try to engage as much as possible, and also go for like double monastery. That increase the speed which you are dropping monks to collect the relics. You are kind of sacrificing a bit your booming, but you are just gonna have the leverage over the monk number.
It's possible. I mean, I don't know how long ago that was, but back in previous Masters of Arena or tournaments with Arena, like it was quite common to, or even on the ladder, to get Aztec's Mirror. And Inca's Aztecs is almost the same, right? With small differences. But how was it always played, the Aztec Mirror? It was always one
All in
TC,
eagles.
all in eagles. Tons of barracks, couple of monks to get the relics, couple of rams maybe to break the walls, but only eagles. And
Yeah,
it's
in the
quite
past it
possible.
was like that, right?
Yeah.
I just
I
feel like right now we are more confident in the conversions, man. I feel like people getting way more confident to fight versus eagles, especially with monks. Once they
no.
start to get too so massive, it's a bit complicated. But if I'm playing like a Cav Civ versus Aztecs, I'm just gonna rely way more that I will be able to convert a few.
I'm personally super scared of eagles when I'm with monks. Like, there is a perfect counter in my eyes. They're cheap, they wrecked, and I don't know.
So our bet right now is that double barracks for both, right?
Yeah, that's
Double barracks and followed by a monastery and a huge fight for the relics.
yeah, that's
All
my
right.
opinion. Is the relics seem to be quite fair, right? Each player has 2 relics next to him, and there is one kinda in the middle between them, so it's quite fair. Maybe that one for Tatoh is a bit further away, the one in the south, but all in all, it's fair. The map will be problematic for Tatoh, because if Kingstone goes for the main goal is forward, but it's also at the back, so I don't know. I don't think it's that
What I
horrible.
dislike about Kingstone's map, sorry, about Tato's map is those two goats is exactly what the same situation that Kingstone had. So in this kind of map, you cannot afford to be pushed back, not even a bit, right?
Yeah, you have to control the front of your base, because if you lose it, it's GG basically.
It's
In-
complicated.
Eagle Sea
In,
without gold is, especially versus another Eagle Sea, is quite lavish.
in a map like that, I wouldn't consider playing 4 town centers. I think it's like too risky to give my opponent. I can just be giving him way too much map control if I do that. So I would only play like 4 to see if I already had like a huge army and monks controlling the center, and I was sure that I was not gonna be pushed back so soon. So I'm seeing like only 3 TCs for Taro. As for Kingstone, he did 4 in the previous game, where I would actually consider doing only 3. So I would say that we might be surprised even by like a 4th town center.
I just thought
But
it
I
would be one town center, so let me dream. That's an early barracks for Kingstone.
quite early, right? Perhaps he wants to get the leverage or minimize a bit the Aztec leverage by as soon as he reaches Feudal Age, he wants to start making eagles, to try to control the
Yeah,
map.
but he will not have enough gold, or will he have enough gold?
I think he
It's
will because
possible.
he just put 2 on the gold, and with 2 on the gold you can actually reach like 200 with a regular sieve. So with Aztec, he can actually reach like 250
Yeah, I actually agree. Could
around
could
it, right?
could be the idea. Okay, Tatoh went up a bit faster, 1 villager less. No barracks yet, but 3 on gold versus 2 from
Single lumber
Kingston.
camp as well by Taro.
What did you say about this mine camp?
Single lumber camp actually.
Single lumber camp. Okay, so it's mine camp. Okay, yeah, and only 6 on wood. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, not only 6 on wood is fine. I always do double lumber camp. I don't know, weird.
There goes
Yeah.
Kingstone to drop his
He's a
barracks and his
Jaguar warrior,
blacksmith as
basically
well.
started with muscles. Both are from the New World.
Switching to the
both with
gold, and
butts
that's
broken
exactly
arcane
what the point. He
compass.
already started making the eagle. That's why the barracks. I like the build. I don't know if you have food, like enough food to click up here.
It's only 20 food, it shouldn't be that vital, but...
25, they got
Ah,
nerfed.
25, yeah.
Incas
I'm
are the
old
one with
school.
plenty. You were too old school, man.
Yeah, back in my days.
Back in our days, man. People
Back in
didn't
our
even upgrade
days.
eagles, man. They were auto-upgraded, man. How
Yeah.
broken that was.
There wasn't an Eagle Scout, you just went for Eagle Warrior straight.
Exactly. You couldn't do this build, you know, start doing eagles on feudal age.
Yeah, exactly.
Those youngers have it handed then so easily.
They don't know the legs, they don't know the days without shift clicking.
They don't know what's the they are just emotionless. They can micro these days. In the past, if you played against someone from far away from you, you would just patrol and cross your fingers like, oh my god, I hope I win this battle.
Yeah, that's true.
Patrol and cross the fingers.
Tournaments against Chinese players or something. Okay, double barracks for Tatoh. We called it Kingstone. Well, only one so far.
I agree with you. If I were Kingston, I would actually commit to a second barracks because relics are rather important.
Yeah. And Tatoh knows that. That's why he's going for 2. And he's even going for the gold upgrade. So Tatoh is doing exactly what we were talking about. While Kingstone played too passive, I would say.
Kingston still has a small leverage because he started doing the Eagles faster. There's still room for him to drop a second barracks. I would love to see like a double monastery. I would love to see him being very creative now.
Double monastery could be interesting for sure as Aztecs.
Nah, just one villager going there, not 2 villas.
Yeah, okay.
Shadow builds looks a bit more smart. Having like only one lumber camp, minimize the wood villagers to get faster to castle age. That's his way of playing. Kingstone build is also smart, getting enough resources to start producing eagles as soon as he reaches feudal age. He has like more eagles than Tatoh, but Tatoh is soon gonna catch up. And oh, that's interesting. Squires for both.
For both, yeah, I like that a lot. I like the idea of squares. Very, very much.
Me too.
But Tatoh will soon start getting the numbers. Now it's 5 eagles for both, and Tatoh has 2 barracks compared to only 1, so...
Yeah, if they start trading there, Kingstone might not be able to get like 3 relics. This one very close to his base, it's probably his already. But he might have trouble to getting more than that. There's even a chance for Tatoh, judging the situation, that he denies the relics and get like a 4-1 scenario. That would be perfect for him.
Yeah. I like what both are doing, splitting their eagles around, trying to control as many relics as possible, try to snipe the opponent once while defending their own. We got one eagle going towards Tato's monk. Oh no, that monk is all alone. Oh no. Oh, but he's not paying attention. Now he noticed. That's a dead
Monk's
monk.
down.
Yeah.
One monk down.
While Kingstone got his relic back home.
Oh, and the relic wasn't thrown out of the wall, man. This monk was a weak one.
Did you see that yesterday? It was something. Alright, so Tato's house, that's not great. Especially as Incas. You shouldn't get housed as Incas.
Exactly, man. They
good
are like
micro.
the hands of the Massive Sieves, man. How he managed to do that?
It's the hands of the massive. That's something. So we got one relic, well, almost one relic each. He's getting sensitive after this. Oh, that's gonna be another dead monk in the south. Oh no.
One thing that I noted is that probably, I don't know if Tatoh realized that he's facing a guy with a single barracks. I feel like he didn't realize that.
if I did realize that my opponent had one less barracks, I would expect him to be starting to boom faster, so I would try to commit into the fightings. But he doesn't seem to be committing to the fightings, he's avoiding it, he hasn't committed into a big one. Now he might do it. Now he might say, man, I'm not supposed to have more eagles. Something's a bit off here, I have to fight.
And I don't like this fight. He might lose an eagle to a conversion. Okay, so Tatoh is adding the second TC while Kingstone is on 3. Don't you think that after double barracks, maybe a forward siege workshop would have been better and try to push instead of doing economy? Like,
It's difficult, you know. It's a huge investment for the siege. If your opponent's not doing army, for sure, you can benefit from that. But if your opponent already has like a barracks and he sees that he's doing it, if like Kingstone loses the map control, he will immediately drop like 2 extra barracks. He's just not gonna think that Tatoh is just gonna play cool with him, you know.
look how active Kingstone is with that one eagle always in the cells.
Oh my!
That's already...
That's like what, the third monk snipe?
Yeah, that's the third monk snipe. Tatoh lost 3 units, all of them monk. Kingstone lost 2 eagles. So that's huge for Kingstone so far. He's playing this so good, so active with the eagles. The
I agree.
snapping monks.
He's doing a good job, and he's going now for the 4th town center.
Wow.
So Kingstone the 4th town center guy. He's not gonna play 3 DCs here.
Yeah.
We already got the answer. 3 games took me to realize, but yep.
Yeah. And it's working so far, right? I mean, Vikings was
It
a
is.
tough one anyway, but yeah.
It was a tough matchup anyway.
Okay, certain center for Tatoh. Kingstone already with a solid lead.
Oh my! Tatoh took too much time in order to collect those relics. He allowed his monks to get
And after
sniped
that
here.
relic, that relic, that monk, no, Kingstone didn't notice. Tatoh went back on time.
Tatoh has denied the relics, but he got out-boomed by Kingstone. Right now there's a huge villager difference, and Kingstone is already being able to add new barracks. So he avoided the fights, he stayed close to the walls, he sniped the most monks he could. So I like this for Kingstone a lot. The relics are still on the field, so he can still grab like a relic, one relic more than Tatoh, and he's ahead on the eco. The game looks way better for him.
Oh, it's gonna be could it be a dead monk? No. So yeah, and also Kingstone got better eco upgrades, right? He got both, so he's getting heavy blow right now, and he's already 15 villagers ahead. So that's just big.
That's huge. That's huge.
But look what he's doing now. Triple barracks.
Exactly. He wants to retake the map control. He can see that there are still some relics for him to fight for. And with this eco leverage, I feel like it's okay for him to keep spamming eagles now.
Yeah, that's a bad fight for Tatoh, losing 2 eagles. How many relics do we have now? That's the 3rd relic for
3
Tatoh.
for Tatoh. And
big.
that if Kingstone actually managed to get 2 relics, investing in like 1 less barracks, that's gonna be totally worth it.
Yeah, 2 relics
Because
with
of the view
Aztecs.
advantage.
Yeah, and not only that, but 2 relics with Aztec is almost 3 relics of normalcy, right? So it will be completely even if he gets a second one. But let's see some numbers right now. Eagle numbers are the same, but Tatoh is not producing more, while Kingstone is producing from 3 barracks, so he should definitely get that relic, I think. Arching range
Both-
from Tatoh.
Archer range already. Both have forging, so both have maximized the power of their Eagle Scouts here.
But Eagle Warrior now upgrade
Eagle
for
Warrior,
Tatoh.
that's interesting.
Both. Wow.
Oh, okay. Synchronize it.
Okay. Tatoh. No, Kingstone is quite heavy on the stone. Bull Jaguars?
Both are heavy on the stone. Both have nearly enough to drop a castle. Tatoh might do it faster because he's Inca.
It's a quick wall? No quick wall, that's a dead villager.
And conversions, man.
Who has more?
3 conversions for Tatoh. Did a good job on the conversions. The eagle went back. He didn't snipe the monks. That was a good fight for Tatoh.
That
Good
was
fight.
great. But should be 3 dead monks.
Oh, I feel like I was thinking that he would be able to save them.
Don't tell me.
He
What?
is. Yep, Aztec. No Aztecs. How did he save them?
I don't know.
There was one eagle that I think it was do the padding. There was like one eagle attacking the 3 monks right after they finished the conversion, and the eagle just went back to the fight.
Yeah, he
He could
probably
have sniped all
selected
the monks,
all.
you know.
Yeah, and now we got slingers already on the field from Tatoh, and he got enough stone. He's going for forward castle. I like that
He
a
needs
lot.
to. He needs to. He did a good reading about the map. He knows that he has to commit to army. That's why he even made a castle age transition into the slingers, not waiting until Imperial Age. And he just wants to secure it in order to place a castle there, forward in the front, and protect, shield his own gold by going aggressive. That's actually a good approach.
I like that castle. He doesn't know that Kingstone has a castle nearby. But that's actually good for Tatoh, because he should be so much faster to him. He already clicked up Kingstone, maybe
Not yet.
overcommitting to Eagles, because he's now very low on the gold. And he's doing Scorpion on Gonel. What?
Yeah, Kingstone's overcommitting. He wasn't able to deny that castle. I feel like he's just suffering from the same thing that we saw in the previous game. He went for like a 4th town center. That slowed down a bit his uptime. But different from the pole game, it's not like his opponent's gonna have a huge leverage like doing cannons together in order to win the trap war. So it's possible for Kingstone to drop like a 2nd castle and still push back in a trap war.
Yeah, let's see. So, like full slingers? No, he's doing ballistics and infantry upgrades now, Tatoh. Okay.
Slinger Eagle seems to be a good combo, right?
Ooh, another castle. That's a risky one. There is a Mangonel nearby, but no, it's too far. It's a
Yeah, it's
bit...
fine.
Oh, it's open!
Oh my! I didn't realize it was open.
Yeah, I was sure there is a wall there, and Kingstone saw that as well. Now he's going to wall.
Oh no. Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't realize that. Kingstone economy is huge. He has like 30 views more. So Tatoh kind of needs to get some good fights, good trap war as well, pressure, kill that castle. Unless he gets the leverage on the trap war, Kingstone will have enough power to push him back, given his economy.
Yeah, but what is he gonna go skirmishers against Incas? Really? And Kingstone almost got a stone for another castle. He just bought the missing 100. Where would you do it? Like where his eagles are right now, or super defensive?
He's doing a very defensive one there.
Yeah.
I would agree with the defensive one. I'm like a bit split. Either a defensive one, but if I trust that I can stop that with my army, I would probably do it close to the stone to have like 2 castles close together to try and get a trap fight. 3 castles already for Tatoh. Huge map control. Huge map control.
And kind of feel like Kingstone is under a lot of pressure here. He now got to Imp, he's doing infantry upgrades, he's only now getting Loom, but he's gonna lose at Trap Wars for sure. Not only that, already got 2 traps, but he got more castles, he's getting conscription.
Also the slinger, so it's very
Yeah.
hard to go there and snipe like a trebuchet. If Tatoh just get like 5 eagles and try to snipe a trap, there is a good chance he can do it. But if Kingstone tries to snipe those traps, he's just gonna pay a higher price to that.
Exactly.
Because of the slingers.
Will he try now? Probably
No,
not.
no, no.
But Slingers Eagles is just so much better than Skirmisher Eagles, right?
Yep.
Because usually the Skirmishers and the Slingers will be at the back, right? And the Slingers kill Eagles, while Skirmishers do nothing to Eagles, so...
Especially in that position where Tatoh is feeling comfortable to just be sit under his castles, the slingers are even worse to deal with.
Yeah. More barracks now. Plenty with city light. Okay. Kingstone is trying. He wants to go for the traps. One quick gate from Tatoh could have been sick here, but nobody got time for that.
He just needs to keep there, keep the diamond there. Do not mistake, do not move. Just stay still and let the traps do the work.
Okay, we got 2 traps from Kingstone. Trap is a castle in the south, doing a very defensive castle at the back. Don't know what he defends, actually, kind of some gold.
Yeah, he's securing that gold and still managing Tatoh not to fully block him. It's fine, he's trying to get back. I dislike his position. Tatoh position is way better.
Yeah, it's looking super good
Oh
for
my.
him.
I feel like Tatoh might have made a mistake there. He just sent like all the eagles to defend his gold. That would be the time window for Kingston to try and snipe some tribes, but he just didn't. So we won't be seeing tribe snipes now.
Yeah.
Trap snipes.
Feels like Tatoh doesn't have enough slingers, so he has only 7. I would want to see way more here. Eagle numbers, well, are also in Tato's favor. And where's the straps going to? Oh man. Imagine one cannon if Kingston was Seaweed cannons. Like, you could have sniped 4 traps.
Oh. Good fight. Good army placement by Tatoh. Despite being only 7 slingers, that they are quite painful, man. Doing like lots of damage. This castle is gonna go down.
I don't like...
Garland Wars now.
Will he get... Okay, he's doing it from the castle on the other side. But, like, even traps can, like... If they all hit in between the 4 traps of Tatoh, those traps go down. So that's a very risky positioning. But where is the military by Tatoh?
He has the numbers, but they're just not there. He lost a huge fight. Garland Wars is paying off. That's the window for Kingstone to push back. He needs to kill all the traps then to be able to push. Oh no, he just got traps sniped, man.
That's so annoying. That's the worst. Like, you finish packing the trap and bam, it gets one shot.
Man, that was terrible. That was terrible. He's now lacking the siege to push back, which means that Tatoh has like all the time in the world to go there, attack into more eagles to have the numbers, get more slingers on the back. Once he have like 20, 30 slingers, there's nothing that those eagles will be able to do.
Well, the game is still far from over, I would say. Like, on one side, you got Tatoh with full map control and more military and 4-0 relics. But Kingstone has 35 more villagers. I mean, if he can...
I don't think those...
No?
I don't think the villager difference at this point is going to be significant. Because Tatoh already has the composition that he wanted. He has the slingers and they are upgraded. They have ballistics, they have they're only lacking bracer, I think.
Yeah, which is quite important.
Which is quite important. Still, they're powerful enough. His eagles are fully upgraded.
Yeah.
Once he finishes Blast Furnace.
I
see no way for Kingstone to stop those traps, man. That's the issue here.
Yeah. He has only he has 2 traps. Kingstone, but only one is shooting right now. And Tatoh is repairing. Could get masonry and maybe get some more HP on the castle.
Both are very short on resources.
Yeah.
Not that we analyze.
Both are on the limit. Well, Tato's farming eco is not the greatest. He got only 30 farms. I mean, he's spamming cheap units, so that's not too big of an issue. But still, Kingstone is repairing like crazy, but now he's out of stone and gold. He keeps selling, buying. He needs that castle to stay up, but he just doesn't have the numbers.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I think that both castles are going down there. So it will all comes to whoever can makes more army. If Tatoh makes more army, he denies the 3rd gold and it's over.
He snapped 1 trap. Oh, but no, he snapped it a second too late, man.
There are no slingers there. There are no slingers.
Yeah, but
that's what I was telling. It's way easier for Tatoh to snipe a trap than for Kingstone, despite having the Garland Wars and stuff.
Yeah.
Very well played, man.
Nice game. Nice game. We saw action basically from early Castle Age, and well played by Tatoh. So far, it seems the most important thing in this tournament is map control.
Exactly. I feel like the 30C decision, once again in this map, proved that he can get a leverage regarding the uptime. So despite having like less views than your opponent, you still have an economy behind to drop army, to make army, and the 30C actually allowed him to do that.
Okay, let's see the statistics for these games then. Kill death ratio was better for Tatoh. He had more conversions, more military. Kingstone's economy was much better actually. Well, he did have way more villagers. He got way more wood, way more food, almost the same gold and almost the same stone. But military is more important than economy, it seems. So yeah, well played by Tatoh, and let's get ready now. Kingstone needs a victory, right? So he probably should play with his best sieve, or should his mindset be, okay, I'm already behind. If I want to win this set, I will have to win
No,
both games, so I save it for the
the best
later.
sieve.
The
Go
best
for the
sieve.
best sieve, the best sieve. No question here. Yeah, there's no saving sieves for for later at this moment. It's the match point. So
Okay, so let me fill up the
Gurgirus,
sieves. Get
time for the Gurgirus. So for Taro, I would just think about this guy's probably going for Gurgirus, which is the best sieve that I can use against Gurgirus. Mongols not. Tartars, not.
I feel like it has to
If
be
it,
Ethiopians.
yeah, the Ethiopians is probably the wisest choice for Taro. And he still has like Mongols to play against Bulgarians if he wants. Not a bad call.
Yeah.
Mongols versus Japanese a bit tricky. Mongols versus Bulgarians a bit better. If Kingstone manages to win, we're probably gonna see Mongol and Japanese, I think.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Tata, but I do want Kingstone to win this one. I want game number 5.
Me too, man. We need to cheer for the Gurjaras now.
Yeah. Did he actually go for Gurjalas though? No,
And
it didn't start yet.
very well played by both. I was very impressed with the army control level from both. The Eagles sniping monks constantly. I feel like all the game from Kingstone, if you analyze, it was like I want to get the economical leverage and I want to sacrifice the second barracks. He did a build that was a bit slower, but allowed him to start producing eagles as soon as he went to feudal age. So he wanted to have more eagles in the beginning, and that actually worked because there was quite some time until Taro was able to outmass him with the eagles. He was only able to get a big fight to decide things once they were like in mid castle, right?
Yeah.
So his one barracks build was not bad. He did manage to reach his goal, which seemed to be have a better eco, but he couldn't translate that into some leverage somehow.
Okay, game 4 is here, and you are right, Kingstone is going for the Tatars. For the Tatars, for Gurjara, sorry.
Gurjaris?
Yeah,
but man,
I mixed them up.
I wasn't expecting the Tatars here.
Yeah, that's so weird. That's his worst sieve. His final pick. Maybe he doesn't believe in the Mongols against either of the sieves. Like, this is such
I
a
would
weird
totally go
pick.
for the Ethiopians here.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I
Weird.
want to see how he wants to play the Tartars. What is his big plan with them? There's a weakness that I see from the Gurjaras that can be exploited by Tartars here.
Which one?
I think that the Gurjaras have an issue dealing with halberdiers, halberdier openings. So you can just play regular with like cavalry, light cabs, or whatever. Do some trades during Castle Age. But then if you switch into the halberdiers, the Gurjaras needs time to counter that. They need to either go to chemistry until they're able to go for like hand cannoneer, which are a great counter, or they need like to start messing up check runs, and that requires time. So one thing that might work for Taro is going for like light cav, then switching to the halberdiers, just to deny the Gurjaras to put their camels on the field and forcing to go for that slow transition. That can give him a lot of time on their Imperial Age.
Okay. But imagine this composition.
Okay, let's imagine.
Tatar Cavarchers, which are great, plus Flaming Camel.
A bit meme, right?
It's a meme, but what do Gurjalos do against that?
Roosters? Elite skirmishers? I feel like Gurjar, if you allow the game to go super late, both have great lineups to play, but Gurjaras will have access to that upgrade that I just forgot the name, which is made in the castle and allows their food army to be cheaper. And once that upgrade is made, Roosters are way cheaper. Camels are cheaper, skirmishers are cheaper, so there are many units that you can just mass a lot more. The biggest weakness for me regarding Gujaras is lacking the halberdier, and so having to deal with the early halb, like halb and cavalier or halb and rooster, whatever. This kind of composition, it is actually painful for them.
Okay. We will see. I'm still surprised by his Siege choice of by Tatars. That means that we will not see Mongols probably. Because
Yep.
if we get game number 5, because Tatars. I mean, Tatoh is Tatoh, you can win with any Civ, right? So.
I agree, but Ethiopians are better than Mongols if I had to choose,
Yeah, so.
especially given the matchups.
Exactly, that's why I said we probably will not see Mongols, because Ethiopians are an amazing Civ. I do remember using them against you in one of the. Was it the Masters of Arena or Clown Cup? I don't
Damn.
remember. We had a fun game there. Okay, so Kingstone luring his deer. We got again. I always say that on this version of Arena we snipe villagers. We got a small nerf for Gurjalas. You got only 5 sheep to put in your meal and not 8. But
Namaste.
that's not that huge. Maps. Oh, look at the map of Tatoh. Not only the sea, but look at his map. It's absolutely horrible. Like, not a single
agree.
resource at the back. Only the berries.
Bad map, both goes forward.
Yeah,
He cannot allow Gurjars to have the leverage. Once again.
That's a horrible map. Kingstone's map is also quite bad. Like, stone is forward, main gold is forward. He only has a secondary gold safe. But let's see the relics.
And his third gold is a bit more exposed, you know.
Who?
If both Kingston, if both players look like a castles try to go for the center, Kingstone's gold is a bit more exposed. I can see totally like Kingston dropping a castle in the center and Tatoh still somehow managing to secure that third gold, you know.
Yeah, it's fast.
Better for defending.
Yeah.
But as the Tatars, I would actually go for and try to finish the game on early POH. I wouldn't, despite liking the options that they have, I wouldn't like to drag a game against some guy with that technology from the Gurjars.
Yeah, that's
I think it's
true.
just huge.
Look what Tatoh is doing. He's going up again, like in game number 1, super fast, 23 villagers. That's definitely gonna be a scout opening. So is this gonna be Spearman again, or?
I'm curious about. I want to see barracks. No barracks yet.
No, he
If
will
I
not
were-
do barracks. If he does a barracks, he will not have wood for anything. Like, it's too fast for a barracks opening.
Now that I'm starting to think, if he's playing with only one lumber camp, perhaps he wants to go for like immediately 3 TCs and just give the relics away.
Yeah, well, let's see what he knows about the relics. He didn't even scout the relics. He can see only 1 relic. I'm not sure. He might give them all up. Kingstone is going for the barracks, so he's gonna go for a stable.
Yeah. Also, that early camp from Gurjar is quite annoying to trade. So
Yeah. Camel is so helpful early on. So maybe that's why Tatoh chose. Or you know what? He thinks, okay, I got the war sieve. I don't want to drag it in the scout war. I want to do a very fast 3TC boom. Get a couple of pikemen, go for forward castle, and try to win early in before Gurjalas can
Pikeman
get.
Castle. It is possible, but don't forget that Gurjars are also a clown sieve. They have good monks and so on.
That's true.
Things that can pressure during Castle Age.
But I don't see Kingstone going for a Monk Rush with Gurjalas. He's now in Castle Age, Market and a stable. Okay, he's a Ripardo's build. Do you like the Market and a stable, or are you old-fashioned and you go for the blacksmith always?
Yeah, I'm a bit old-fashioned. I like the option of having the blacksmith because if the opponent just give away the map control, it's easier to switch back into siege.
Yeah, true. True, that's why I always do it as well. So Tatoh, no barracks at all. Tatoh basically says, okay, dude, take the relics. I want to go for a massive boom here. And I'm not sure about that.
Quite a fast up, right? They're fast up, 25 bills only.
it's also super risky considering his map. Like, he's inviting pressure, and with this map of his, he does not want pressure.
Only if Kingstone had the blacksmith,
Yeah, yeah.
it would be easier for him to be more aggressive later.
Yeah, Kingstone is...
I want to see when Kingstone will stop doing scouts. Like, he will stop like at 2-3, or he might overcommit a bit.
If he
He's quite a
stops
boomer
with
as well,
this
right?
one, he will be in a great position. He could stop now. No, he's adding more. Come on.
I wouldn't keep adding more, especially if I saw this uptime from the Tatoh.
Exactly. This is his halftime. You were saying, oh yeah, that's too fast, man. No ways that he's gonna go for a light cap. He cannot be that faster compared to me. And look, Tatoh again. 2 town centers, Boso, and heavy blow with only 2 farms. And the good thing is he
find it
Tatars. He will get the sheep though, right? So that's something
Exactly.
that will give him a boost to start the big booms. I think I like it actually.
He can still buy a bit more food to balance the eco. Use the sheep that last longer there to keep those TCs going on until he farm up himself. So that's a very nice safety boom.
Oh yeah, Kingstone. No, Kingstone did not cancel. He has 3 scouts. Why are you lying to me, Wrestler? Got 3 scouts from Kingstone. I hope he will not do light cam at least. Getting Boso, getting early wheelbarrow. Is he house? No. Weird.
Why early wheelbarrow? Yeah, I agree with you.
Weird.
Weird indeed.
Second TC on the wood.
He wasn't housed. Why would you go for the early wheelbarrow?
What? Is that a trap? Oh, he can trap! Trap! Oh, he was scared. Look at the villager. Look at that.
Risky. Oh, he
He
did.
did it.
Unbelievable.
Sick. But they're out of range, and I don't know. That could be like a bad move
Yeah,
in Zen.
he can just be annoying, right? He's now going for a monk.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I saw that coming from miles. He was a bit scared because of the camel. But that gate is going down quite quickly. Like, he will need to repair.
With a single view can keep repairing there, and there's enough time for him to go there, make a monk, start converting to force Kingstone to delete the scouts, and then he will just got all his 3 scouts that he will need like more scouts in order to kill the enemy monk, you know.
Yeah, and he will see now. You know what? I'm not sure if Tatoh would have gone for the monastery without a trap. Like, now he's kind of forced to kill the scouts, and he's investing a lot.
To kill the scout. Exactly.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go for the monastery. He was considering that he would play with 0 relics, but now there's even the opportunity of getting 1 perhaps.
It will be hard. He's already getting his first one. Tatoh is now 10 villagers ahead already. It's so early in the game, so that's huge for him.
There we go. Scouts deleted. He knows that he killed like 3 scouts, so he has the sense that okay, I'm ahead, and he's housed.
Well, he'll get it up soon, but yeah, not great. And maybe, yeah, he should do wheelbarrow. Oh, okay, he got a house already. Never mind. So we got 3 town centers for both. Villager difference is only 6.
4 town centers now for Tatoh. He just
both.
bought stone. Yep,
Same
for
for
both,
Kingstone.
man. Oh my. Yeah, Kingstone's is a 40C guy. We know that already.
Yeah, for Kingstone it's fine, but for Tatoh I kind of feel like he needs to go and push early. I feel like it's a mistake by him to commit into big economy, but okay. Tatoh knows
Considering
better.
his map as well, right?
Yeah.
Perhaps he realized that Kingstone might not play 3 TCs. He should just play a guy, 3 games. In all 3 games, this guy went for like 4 TCs. What are the odds that he will suddenly switch to 3?
Yeah, true. It can only go up, not down.
I'm expecting the Halberdier and Cavalier composition here, if I had to bet. Come on, Tatoh, don't prove me wrong, man. Don't do that. If you don't use this comp, I'm gonna cheer for your opponent.
Okay, so both are, well, Kingstone is now going on stone, so no dreams about a forward castles just yet. Both are going for a massive boom here. So what's the composition? Like, what do we open with here?
I'm surprised to see this stable, to be very honest.
Double stable.
Yeah, that's surprising. Perhaps he wants to force Kingstone to fight against like either light cabs or knights. Light cabs. Think about making camels so that he can switch into the house.
Kingstone just lost a villager to a bear in the arena. Come on.
Bears are hard ones, man. Come on.
He's
It's a
now.
villager, man. It's not Leonardo DiCaprio, you know. You cannot fight a bear alone, man. It's difficult. I'm gonna defend him.
If I had to fight a bear or choose a champion from the H community to fight a bear, I would choose you, Stark.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I feel like you can take down a bear, especially with a bet.
If I had some training for my legs, I could probably run from the bear. So that was probably my best shot.
Well, I still think you can fight one, but oh well. Maybe Doubt too. Doubt is quite big. Anyway, light cap from Tatoh. Okay, he wants to take map control.
Map control, and also when you go for light cab versus a guy that doesn't have like halberdiers, you're just saying, man, come on, commit into cavalry, commit into camels, commit into the light cabs, so that I can make a transition to go for like halb and trap and wipe you out.
Yeah. Mangonel is coming, but scouts are coming too. Look at those outposts by Kingstone. Like, I like outposts, but why do you place 3 at the same spot?
It's to send a message.
Yeah.
It's all about sending a message, man.
Okay.
I control this stuff. I control this area.
Oh, we're gonna get a big fight here. We got a camel from Tatoh too. We got monks. You just need to get them on Gonel. Ooh, he needs to send the like up to the monks. Exactly. Perfect micro by Tatoh.
Good one, good one.
But the Mangonel!
Hasn't killed exactly.
And the
He
camel
hasn't killed the Mangonel.
That's a bad fight.
I agree. That was a bad fight because he didn't kill the Mangonel. If he had sniped the Mangonel first, I think that he could either he could have sniped the Mangonel and run to the other side, away from the monks, you know.
Yeah. So Kingstone has full map control right now, and in Siege, Nano's gonna be still going to Imp. Actually, I've thought about it a little again, and I wouldn't pick you, I would pick Dark Noob.
There comes the barracks. See, I was right about the Hawks, man. This is the way.
Yeah, it's good. We could outrun Dark Noob, right? And the bear would eat him. But anyway, Spearner did come in, and Pikeman, as Stark said, look how Tatoh is giving his villagers just outside of the Mangonel Rage on the stone. Loves that. Kingstone? Oh, what is that castle?
Yeah, I disliked it already. I found it to be very conservative one as well.
Yeah, especially when, look, he has the outposts. He can see, okay, he has his stone forward, he has his 2 gold forward. Let's put a castle on his face. That could have ended the game right there.
Exactly. I think that he's playing very conservative here. He wants to have a safe castle at least, in order to get conscription, in order to get the crown from Gurjaras. So I can understand, like, you are not in a hurry, you can actually get better technologies, your civilization is better. So I can understand why the safe castle. I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna go over this guy. But the second one should for sure deny those resources from his opponent.
Yeah. Tatoh
that we can agree.
Was taking off stone just before he got enough for a castle. He's not doing, he just ulted the gate. Okay, someone Gonel shots missing. Okay, so Tatoh got the map control back. Got a lot of camels from Kingstone. Ranges now, so pipeline to
Interesting. I haven't thought about this composition, but well, it's quite powerful. Halbs into cavaliers. Sorry, halbs into revenue archers. Exactly.
Yeah.
Can it work? I think it can. What I dislike about this composition is that if Kingstone reacts by dropping like full skirmishers, he can counter it, you know.
Yeah.
One thing that I dislike a bit is just insisting way too much in the chakrans here. Chakrans are fine, but once he realizes that there are archer ranges there, he might reevaluate his choices.
No, I love Chakrams. I think that's his best unit. I think that's the unit he should aim for, actually. Unless it's against Cavarchers, then it becomes tricky.
Yeah, that's the thing. For now, I think it's fine. He has to keep making them. But at some point, there is a chance for Tatoh to start getting more and more army because he has like 4 barracks, 3 barracks and 4 archer ranges, so he can just have a bigger army output.
Yeah.
Oh my god, herbal medicine.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think in my 20 years of Age of Empires I've ever done this technology.
You see, man, Kingstone knows something here.
Conscription. Oh, come on. Be a bit more aggressive with the castle, Kingstone. What is that?
Well, if he wants to go for the chakran, it's a risk, right?
Yeah, true. Well, okay, we got some light camp in the north raiding and gonna kill, let's say, 7 villagers. Tatoh much slower to imp. It's almost the same numbers, so it's looking really good for Kingstones here.
I think that I agree with what you just said before, that you couldn't understand the fortitude for Tatoh. On this situation, I think as well, he wants to have the leverage, he wants to like force Gurjara into a trap fight or something, or start trapping first. A Gurjara that went like way too fast could be dangerous. I feel like Tatoh might be suffering a bit with the fortitude approach. And also, let's not forget that Kingstone has like 5 relics, so...
That's big. That's big.
That's huge.
Heavy camel now for Kingstone.
But see about the army numbers, man. The Chakran, they're great, but you just cannot keep up with the numbers here. He needs to get like perfect fights. Oh, Tatoh's screwing up a bit.
Look at those pikemen. Look at their HP, man. They are almost dead. The Chakrams are quite strong. But why are we not using the traps, Kingstone?
Perfect reaction by Kingstone. I love that. Immediately Archer ranges. He realized that this might be a difficult fight. He needs like elite skirmishes instead.
Yeah, we just do lack the final armor for the skirmishers. But I guess at this stage they will be fine.
He needs numbers, right?
Yeah. That's why I want him to be a bit heavier on the stone. He needs more castles. Right now he has only 4 villagers. He did not replace those ones that died in the north.
Why are we seeing herbal medicine for Tatoh as well? Okay, because he's using the castle to heal the halberdiers, so it makes sense. Both players going for herbal medicine, man.
Yeah, weird. I mean, not weird. I mean, that's good,
I love it.
It's rare to see. That's why it's weird.
Yep. If there was a nod for that, I would have lost for sure.
Now we got the Bracer. What unique attack did he do? Ah, okay. That was the Tatars. Skirmisher coming in now without flashing, so Kingstone doesn't have a single upgrade on the Skirmisher. That's not good.
That's the issue with the Gurjaras. You usually need time to tech into your best army.
Yeah.
So the Chakran idea here is kind of putting Kingstone down here. If he was into the skirmisher idea from the start, he would be in better shoes. Tatoh just wants to keep trading there, and his army numbers are just increasing. He's about to upgrade Revic of Archer. That's difficult.
Conscription now, Heavy of Archer. The helps are back from the vacation, from healing in the castle. And let's see, we got 2 traps versus 1 trap. Tatoh, ooh, he left the traps alone.
Oh, that was
Kingstone
bad.
is diving. Both traps.
He's just losing the halves. That was a terrible army control. He lost all the halves. He's losing the traps. He's just giving Kingstone the time he needed to deck into. I think Tatoh was in a great position, but that small fight here is killing him.
And yeah, and now the castle responds by Kingstone. That's perfect. Wow. I think after taking a great fight, that's a great move by him, because now his traps can go forward. No, that cannot be the castle. That's too many villagers, 22 villagers.
No. Even if you lose those views, he can afford sending more. He has like 140 views, and for Tatoh to commit to kill those views can be risky for his Kevarters as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, this was just a great fight for Kingstone. I was feeling like Tatoh only needed like siege engineers to boost his trebuchets and he could win, but now it feels like the opposite.
Yeah, it was a great fight by Kingstone. And now it puts him in a position to go to game number 5. And that will leave us with the question of why the hell would you go for Tatars? But, I mean, even if you went for Mongols here, it kind of feels like we would have gotten into the same situation, no?
Yeah, even worse if you ask me, because as Mongols you do not have the Halb as well. You have like no counter to mass cannons. Very difficult.
Yeah, I feel like Ethiopians would have been perfect here for him. But
Exactly.
you will have them for the next game.
Yeah, the feeling that I got is that Tatoh just said like, okay, Ethiopians are my best civilization. I might just save them in case there's a game number 5. Like playing
GG.
safe, you know? GG,
And
man.
we are going to get number 5, so that's exactly what we were asking for. Another scripted series to bring viewers to the yard. And, well, it kind of feels like Tato didn't know what to do here in this game. Like, he didn't know what composition to go for. I mean, he
He was
chose a
starting
composition,
okay.
but
Yeah, he chose a composition. He got some bad fight after against the Mangonel and Camels. It's very difficult to fight against. Once he started going for the pikemen, with which were like a must, he was doing fine. Then he switched into the Kevarters. With the pike and Kevarters, he was doing fine because Chakran cannot keep up. You need to make upgrades in your castles, and you do not have the range of the Chakran. So Kingstone did the reaction of going for the skirmishers. So far, so good. The skirmishers were not yet upgraded. There was time for Tatoh to push back. Then a small misplacement of his army, like Halbs to ahead, Kevarters far away from the traps. That small misplacement there cost him the game. I feel like he was still in a winning position. The game was still balanced. There was still some shot for the Tatars. Despite the relics, he could still like upgrade siege engineers. He could, with some spare resources, even go for the second trebuchet upgrade, the crown one, the Timurid siegecraft. So there were some tools for him to win the game. And the Kevartan Halb was not a totally bad composition, but
yeah.
Kingstone just seized the opportunity and finished the game wishing a single move.
Yeah, that was great by him. So let's see the statistics here. Army High was about the same, but Kingstone kill death ratio was just so much better. Than that one fight basically led to half of the kill to death ratio here. Economy wise, Kingstone, no, Tatoh actually had it much better, way more wood, more food, more gold, and just more stone, and more same villagers and same APM. So it's 2-2, and we are gonna go for the decider.
Considering draft strategies, I feel like Tatoh did good. He went for like not like he stopped two civilizations to try and get the game number 1, and he lost. That's fine. Game number 2, he won. So far, both were equal. Then he won the Mazo. The Mazo engaged there. The Mazo was tough one, was difficult, and he won.
Imagine
Was
he goes
not
for Mongols now.
an easy game. Not man, I'm gonna be like, what are you doing, dude?
No. Okay, Zef started by so not started, but the spec delays on, and kind of expected, right? Ethiopians for Tatoh
Ethiopian.
and Japanese for Kingstone. I mean, do you think it's a big sieve win? Is it even a sieve win for Tatoh?
Japanese can fight back. Japanese are fine here. There are better matchups for the Japanese, but I feel like Kingston can still win having Japanese. It's difficult because of the siege, all the leverage. So I feel like the more you give time to the Ethiopian, the worse this matchup can be. If you allow this guy to upgrade his bombard cannons, then you are gonna have some huge trouble. But if you just play like 3TCs, pressuring with skirmishers and prepare a few monks behind to be able to match his cannons and keep forcing the fights, keep the armies trading blows and the numbers not getting to higher, the monks can just do a good job, and you can allow yourself to make some transition into long swordsman, 200 swordsman, champion, whatever, in Japanese infantry. So
Okay.
this is the way for the Japanese to play. I think there is not much room to do anything else against Ethiopians. You need the skirmisher, and you can try to add the second unit later. That's how the way I feel about this match.
Okay, so I kind of agree that the Ethiopians are ahead, and damn, we are in the decider, guys. Game number 5. Stark is the best commentator in AoE 2 for me. You get compliments from the chat, Stark. I agree. Stark
Nice,
is a
man.
sick commentator, sick
Thanks, guys.
knowledge, and that's why we got him, of course. So, let's see the maps. We got Kingstone, who is a very bad map, I would say. Everything is forward.
Yeah, his stuff is forward. Same for, but Tatoh actually has like backstone that helps a lot. His main gold might be a bit exposed. Having the backstone is good. There's no way like you might lose like the map control and get your stone denied or anything like that. I'm thinking here as Japanese on this matchup, would you consider going for like double monastery?
Against Ethiopians? Nah, probably not, right?
Yeah, on the opening, to get the control of the map or something. I don't know.
I mean, if he feels like the Ethiopians are much better, then he should maybe try and clown here somehow, or try to play this not into a boom. But
Yeah, so there's
yeah.
the clown approach, but we haven't seen Kingston playing very aggressive. He was like the guy who did 4 town centers in all 4 games of the series. Way more focused on economy.
Yeah. He's he's I don't know if he's a clown. Kingston is not a full-time arena player, but I think it's his go-to map in all the tournaments, and he plays it very often in the ladder, but he doesn't really monk rush from what I notice. So I think the chance for a boom is very, very big here. And we will see Tatoh going for the second lumber camp. Been a while since we have seen 2 lumber camps from Tatoh, right?
Agree.
Yeah. Kingstone doing the right thing. He got 2 lumber camps with 2-3 villagers on each. So with Japanese, it's a way to go, I would say. Cheap lumber camps, you can have both without any problems.
I can see how they're going to play Imperial Age regarding compositions. I'm having some trouble to visualize how they're going to play Castle Age. If I were Ethiopian, I would trust that I have good weapons to fight for the center. I have Light Cav, as every ship have, and I have the free Pikeman upgrade, so you can go for the Light Cav and try to be more oppressive here, try to control the map, or you can just add like a barracks, 3 or 4 Pikemen, and just try to defend your monks.
Yeah.
Both players have done both approaches, so it's difficult to say. Third lumber camp by Kingstone, and what's this?
What? Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Kingstone
Crazy,
really
right?
loves wood. We haven't talked about it in this series, but I think in his series against Draken, I think he went 5 villagers on wood like each time. Like he goes 6 on foot and 5 on wood. So he has very unique builds, I would say.
That's interesting.
I don't think I've ever seen 3 lumber camps on arena in Dark Age. I think this is history, guys.
Honestly, I think that if you do like 3 lumber camps, man, you are already banned from being a clown, Clowns do like 1 or 2, man. You don't do this in your whole game, man.
Exactly.
I'm not surprised that you haven't seen this in the tournament yet,
You don't see 3 lumber camps until minute 50 at least when you are doing clown meta, but Kingston already got them
Exactly,
at
man.
minute 7. This is really a first time for me. Maybe it will be the meta with Japanese, who knows? But I honestly don't like it at all.
I like this. It's beautiful to see. We
I
have
mean,
something to talk about.
it's beautiful to see, but is that really efficient. I
Man,
mean,
dude has like 700 wood. Do you think it's not efficient?
I told you he likes wood, Kingstone. And Lando is doing...
Okay, barracks. His barracks is a bit late. His barracks is late. He's gonna delay unless he goes for market and blacksmith. Yeah.
No, he
If
goes
you
for
go for
market and
market and
blacksmith.
blacksmith, that's fine.
Yeah. Both are
Where's the
gonna go
blacksmith
market.
bill? I can see the market going on. There's the blacksmith. Okay.
Yeah.
So
He's probably thinking Tatoh went up a bit fast, maybe, or maybe he has seen he saw what Tatoh would do with Ethiopians, and he thought, okay, he's not gonna go scouts. He might go pikemen, and then I will not go scouts either. But then I also don't understand the barracks. Kind of feel like Kingstone double monastery here would have been perfect, as you suggested.
perhaps a barracks.
Oh wait, he went for a
Or
stable.
monasteries.
Never mind. Never
Oh,
mind.
yeah. Taro went for the stable. I'm just wondering what Kingstone would do here. Spearman and regular monastery. One monastery, spearman, and drop 2 TCs fast. See, I'm just
Yeah.
thinking this is very similar to how he played the Aztec game. You know, a minimum investment into army and try to seize the leverage with the booming.
Yeah. I would have really liked double monastery actually, but he's only 3 on gold, so that's not going to happen. But let's see, both are on the way to castle, each that a bit faster, one villager less. Okay.
Taro 0 mining camp.
Ooh, that's
That's actually going to be great, you know. He can later drop like a TC on the left, which allows him to collect gold. Another one between the stone and the wood. I can already picture his town centers here. And he can make like a single monk with the extra gold that he's going to gain from Ethiopian.
yes, that's the issue though, right? It's only he can afford only one monk. So it's kind of risky to do a monastery if you can lose a
Kingstone
monk.
doesn't know. Kingstone doesn't know that he did for that, and he can just drop like a TC on the gold, like he's doing. So it's fine. He does the monastery, start collecting, and later he collect more gold if he needs more monks. It seems like he's actually aiming to the boom, not the monks at all. He'll just try to delay Kingstone from getting the relics, huh?
Yeah. The issue is Tatoh can choose like only one thing, a monk or light cav, right? He cannot go for both. And he is actually going for neither. He's not doing a monastery and he's not doing the light cav, so I'm not really sure what Tatoh is doing. Both are getting both. Okay, he's getting the monastery. He will not do light cav, at least not at the start. He will do one monk.
It's fine, man. He just realized that the Japanese has nothing to only one scout in order to snipe like his monk, and he is Ethiopian, so he can just drop like a pikeman to help defending it.
Yeah.
If he keeps his opponent busy enough with his scouts, he won't have he don't need to fear like getting ganged up by spearmen.
He's getting husbandry
already
right now. Ooh, but getting hit.
Oh my god, the husbandry guy once again.
Yeah. Yakin loves husbandry. Now his scouts are faster, so he's already chasing his stone, running towards his monk. But it's a micro. I would not engage before light kill. If he would ever do light kill. Okay, so that should be one relic for Kingstone. Tatoh doing his first monk, so I expect him to go for a relic as well. Yeah, he's gonna go for the one closer to his gate.
All right, 3 TCs for Kingstone, 3 TC faster for Tatoh. Same upgrades. Small relic engage. I'm not expecting anything else than both players opening archer ranges later.
Yeah. I guess it will be like skirmisher opening for both. And then the question is into what? Like Ethiopians got sick cannons, sick
Exactly, they can
onagers.
benefit from the cannons. Ethiopians can benefit for like the cannons in case they force a trap fight Japanese can try to rely on the Kataparuto trebuchets to have more pressure, and they actually will need monks. Those monks are quite important for
Yeah,
Kingston, because
true.
if he just upgrade them, he can at least try to convert the enemy cannons, you know?
Yeah, it will be super important. Like he converted one scout here. So now he has two full HP scouts versus two injured scouts by Tatoh, so Tatoh gotta be
Oh my.
careful. But Tatoh has husbandry, so you can always outrun him. I don't know what he's trying to fight. That's a second relic for Tatoh. I don't know if Kingstone noticed it or not.
That's actually great, you know, getting like 2 relics with that minimum investment. Both did good here, if you ask me.
Yeah, but
They're
Tatoh
getting a
invested
good
more.
trade.
Well, actually... Oh, now I did a pikeman. That's perfect. Oh no. Okay, one dead scout,
He
one
lost the
dead
monk.
monk.
4th
See.
center for Kingstone, no surprise. No surprise.
Okay.
Not a bad deal for Tatoh, you know.
Yeah, and
22
again,
relics.
TC number 4 from Kingstone. Not a surprise, right?
Yep. No surprise.
Okay.
Dude plays in a very we already got how, the way he plays, right?
Yeah,
This
and
form of
Siege
Siege
Workshop
Workshop is a bit
almost.
surprising.
Oh, but the monk! You forgot the monk! Oh no!
Oh my!
Okay, never mind.
Nah, there's no time for the scouts to reach it.
Okay. Winner of this game, guys. This is game number 5. The winner goes to the quarterfinal to face Viper or ACCM. And also the winner of this game. This is basically best of 1 now for $250. Because the winner secures himself $500. The loser will go out with 250. Everything is sponsored by Microsoft, of course, guys. A big thanks to them. And ranges by Tatoh.
Yep, he needs those. One thing that I would say that I like a bit more about Tatoh here is that he's more into the 3TCs. Sometimes he realizes that this might not be the occasion to boom, but actually go faster to Imperial Age. I dislike a bit the ranges. I feel like he might still have trouble against the early siege. I would rather like seeing him clicking faster to Imperial Age and later going for the ranges, but I see the risk that you have doing that. You might just allow your opponent to get like way too much map control.
Yeah, but look at his economy. He should be so much faster. The only thing that is bothering me is that he's not heavy enough on the gold while doing archers. And he needs more gold.
That slows down his up a bit, right? In the first game, for example, he was selling like his soul in order to click up for the same reason, because he was investing to the archers early on. Here, we might just see a similar thing happening. He might start selling wood at some point in order to try and click faster.
Yeah, yeah. And he's on stones, so maybe a forward castle is on the menu. He's very, very close to click up. Just needs a gold.
Like the outposts.
Yeah,
From
again.
Kingstone, once again, worth mentioning.
He plays the same, basically the same, just adopts the military composition. Like it's always been 4 Tome Centers, it's always that forward siege workshop, it's always those outposts, and it's working.
Yep. He got the way of playing it. He has his own way of doing. Lots of personality here. I could totally spot Kingstone if we were playing like a hidden cup.
Okay,
I like these things. That was well with these early archers, right? Before clicking up.
True.
And I was telling he just sold his soul in order to click up.
Oh. Yeah, both clicked up almost. No, it's 20-second advantage for Tatoh. Kingstone. Well, we still don't know what he's going for. Tatoh got the ranges already. Okay, Kingstone is now gonna add his first range next to the Siege Workshop.
Kingstone needs to drop a castle there in the center. He needs to outnumber his opponent with the skirmishers. Focus on getting all the upgrades.
Crossbow incoming for Tatoh. Getting rid of those annoying outposts.
Oh, I like it. He did realize he's upgrading Sensity. He might realize that at some point he needs to have monks together on his composition. Not for now, but in order to... Those monks need to be ready to the point where Taro starts doing the cannons.
Yeah. Both are doing a lot of outposts all around the map. I really like that. So basically they're playing all visible at the moment.
Yeah, and the ones from Ethiopians are just
Yeah.
huge, right?
Yeah.
Cheaper, farther one, further, so...
Yeah, he's
Better
just
line of
missing some on
sight
the
and
left
cheaper.
side, and we'll see everything. So I'm gonna coming for ballistics, handcart now for Tatoh. Villager numbers, Kingston has a decent lead of 10 villagers. But Tatoh has, no, actually he also has a lead there. He has handcart over Wilbur's. Kingston's economy is better. Tatoh is a bit faster, so now someone gonna are dancing. Oh no. Oh
Both have the
no.
technologies now, handcard also kick it in, and Taro also dropped the 4 town center on the back. So both have very similar economies right now. Similar number of relics, similar economies, maybe small leverage on the eco for Kingstone as you were saying, but these will fade away in a few seconds to be honest.
Yeah.
They tend to stabilize, so now it's time for the Ethiopian to shine with like their stronger arbalest and the siege transition. Castle for Taro.
It's a nice castle, securing the stone, securing the gold, kinda in the middle. Is the micro now? Gotta get it. Yeah, got it. Okay, castle for
Yeah.
Kingstone. Could have been a bit more forward.
I agree. He has a bracer already. Taro is doing even tumbling. Both upgrades for the skirmisher there for Kingstone. This is important. In game number 1, he got pushed back at some point because he lacked the armor. He felt that. Now the Taro is the one without the armor, so he cannot keep a fight versus the skirmishers. And having this armor advantage on the ranged units will allow Kingstone to start pushing. So he has some time to start pushing. His only concern right now might be, how can I push a guy that has cannons?
Yeah, and that's where he should be adding monasteries. Yeah,
he
that's
is,
what he's
exactly.
doing. He needs
Perfect.
block printing,
Perfect.
he needs redemption, and then it will be all about the micro. And both
There we
a
go.
great micro.
Redemption is being tacked into. Taro is now building up the armor. For Kingstone, he cannot stay on those, those trap fights that drag on, like 2 trebuchets for each, villagers repairing, and things goes on and on and on. That would be bad for Kingstone. What he actually needs to do is like messing up 3 or 4 trebuchets, upgrading Kataparuto, and doing it like one time. Seizing the opportunity. You got a big fight, you feel like you have more skirmishers, go there with all the 4 trebuchets at once, to force Taro to go there and try to snipe you, and then you just advance with the skirmishers, tank some hits from the bombard cannons, mangonauts, or whatever, try to get some conversions, and before no long you kills the castle. So that's the way to go. If he just tries to fight with like 1 or 2 trebuchets, that's all the Taro wants. An easy target to snipe and more time to be messing.
Yeah. And now we got chemistry for Kingstone. He's getting block printing and illumination, so he will have almost fully upgraded monks.
He's also getting town watch.
Town
He has town
patrol.
watch now. Oh, converting this cannon. Taro's about to lose it. Oh no,
No.
that was smart. Okay,
Does he have sensitivity? He does.
he does. Still,
Oh, look!
it's cannonball,
Watch him
right?
kill his own monk. Watch. Ah, yes.
It's your tongue, man.
Okay, so what Tatoh should get, and it will be crucial. It's
The
heresy.
torsion.
Heresy.
Heresy. Okay, I got it.
That
Makes
would be
sense.
so important against Monk's redemption, and now he knows that Kingston got them.
He's also getting the last armor upgrade. Siege engineers, that's also good for Taro.
Tatoh is
That's
out.
the thing that I was fearing. Only 2 trebuchets starting the war there.
Yeah. This is a micro. Oh man. He doesn't have Kataparuto, but gotta snipe the monks. 1 cannon converted. All the monks are dead, so
Trebuchets are sniped,
yeah.
and Taro bought more time. Exactly what I was saying.
See,
That's a
mate?
mistake, you know.
Stark is smart.
You need more trebuchets, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I
Right.
were Taro, I would feel way more comfortable now. Like I'm getting more map control. I'm getting doing like a castle on the left. I have the army composition that is enough to deal with the enemy. I have arbalests in case he tries to switch into infantry, so I just need to keep them back. And I need to punish my opponent using my superior siege.
Yeah, I love now Kataparuto for Tata. I love what he's doing. He knows that Arbalists are good for nothing here right now. They cannot engage skirmishers, they got no cannons to snipe, so he just plays them in the castle, and that castle is so dangerous right now. Anything that gets close dies.
Yep.
So it's
That's very
perfect
smart,
usage.
and you need that unit, you know.
Yeah. And now we got Thor's an engine for Tato, so that's a sick technology. Where's the monks?
That's sick.
Where's
There
the
are no
monks?
That's the issue here. I feel like Kingstone was doing a good job there with the skirmishers, but he's lacking the monks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't underestimate Tatoh, man. He has a siege engineer, so he can take down those castles very fast because of the extra damage output on his trebuchets and also the cannons. If he takes down the castles from the Japanese, there's no way of pushing back. The
Okay.
only thing the Japanese could start doing here, but it's not gonna win the game, is like the Asama Towers, or try to think about the composition. Neither of those is probably gonna change the situation. He needs to solve that with like skirmishers and monks on this point of the game. There might be no room for transition here. Like just skirmishers and monks, and that's the way to go.
Very good macro by Tata so far, killing all the monks. I still feel like he needs to get Heresy. One trap going down. What about some Hussar mix addition from Tato? I feel like it could be great here despite not having the final
To
arm.
be honest, it could be interesting. Or maybe Shotos, you know.
Shuttles.
Now that he already has a big group of cannons, he has the trebuchets, and he has spare resources. He could be thinking about adding those.
Careful, the
Oh my, what's he
cannons,
doing?
the traps,
was bad.
Kataparuto traps. They pack and pack. He wants to get the castle, that's why he was so focused. He doesn't care.
And he was also trying to target the monks with the arbalest, but yeah, that was bad. Very intense fight, very intense game. Kingstone has a small disadvantage regarding the technologies, but he does have weapons to fight. Kataparuto is strong.
Yeah.
Redemption
I love
monks
it.
can be a pain to the cannons. Look at those cannons all being converted, man.
Yeah. And now Tato is lacking numbers a bit. Kingstone is pop, Tato is not pop. Tato repairs the traps, but the Kataparuto traps are so dangerous and I cannot convert it. Yeah,
Numbers,
yeah.
man. Numbers are falling way too fast for Tatoh, and that's terrible. If you don't have the numbers, it will become more and more difficult to snipe the enemy monks. Perhaps he should be focused on taking down the skirmishers with his cannons, you know?
One more cannon gonna get converted.
Oh my.
Oh, are you kidding me? Okay.
Honestly, all great decisions here for Kingston. Despite that early trebuchet fight, all the other decisions were right for him, and he's just playing great now.
And
Good
he's
army
pushing
control,
another
getting the conversions he
conversion.
needs.
Yeah.
Oh my, he's gonna do it.
Tato?
He's gonna do it.
Tato is in trouble,
Cannons are
guys.
way too expensive. He's in a lot of trouble. Cannons are too expensive. He's not recovering from the numbers. Now he's trying to go for the roosters, as you said. He's thinking about, man, perhaps I need something to go there and shield my skirmishers, try to snipe the monks. I might need the roosters, but I don't know if Kingston will give him time to do that.
Yeah. Kingstone is adding more ranges. Right now, both of them have 7 skirmishers, so they should 7 archer ranges. Sorry, so their production should be the same. Kingstone will need to add barracks or something to deal with hussars.
Honestly, I would rather go for the Asama Towers upgrade instead of anything else if I was Kingston.
For map control, you mean?
Yep, you start making like a few Yasema towers and they're great, especially versus a small number of like either shuttles or roosters. They are good counter and helps to keep the map control and kill the enemy skirmishers.
Look at the trap counter. We got 7 Kataparuto traps from Kingstone. And I don't think one cannon will be able to taking the
Perfect,
cannon
man,
down and
perfect.
running away. We now got some shuttles from Tato, but we also got samurais, which are the perfect counter by Kingstone. Actually, samurais could be amazing here if you can get enough.
Oh, they are. And Tato's like investing lots of gold in those cannons, so it's not like he has a huge gold bank. Unbelievable, man. Japanese are doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good, great army control by Kingstone. Heavy trebuchet number. He's actually attacking into the light cab as well.
Yeah. Wow. Kingstone is pushing
Unexpected.
like crazy. We have seen so many upsets so far in the tournament, but now the hazards are coming. Maybe it's a timing for Tatoh to do the damage, plus 2 armor, going for the monks first. The traps are now exposed. All the traps could go down. Okay, this could be an important engagement. Look. Pack the traps and run. Hello, Kingstone. He's under pressure. 7 traps. If 7 traps go down, it's gonna be so important.
Nah, they're not gonna go down. He's gonna lose a few, but not all of them. But I agree. That's the fight for Tatoh to come back, and Tatoh is a sick post-Imperial Age game player. He sniped the monks, he has cannons pressuring, the monks are out of place, so they are gonna get sniped. They're not gonna stop the cannons.
He needs
Oh
to take
my
that
God.
castle down. It will be so important. The issue is Tatoh is now doing the castle very far at home, and he doesn't have another castle, so he cannot do any... Oh no, he didn't kill the castle. He cannot do any traps, and he has only cannons, and there are monks that are coming to counter them. Tatoh had to take that castle down, but again, he's still going.
Good conversion.
Yeah, it's big.
It slows down a lot the cannon from working here. Both skirmishers kind of working, a few light cabs now also in the composition. What Kingstone is doing very good here is to keeping his numbers, his army number high.
So whose position do you actually prefer here? Another cannon gonna go down? Come on, so many cannons going down with Krebs.
I would rather have Kingstone's position because of the army count. If they just had like stopped battling for like 2 minutes, then I would rather choose Tato's position.
Tatoh decides it's Arabia time. He deletes all of his walls. What is he gonna do? Repairs the cannons like crazy. Let's see. Those skirmishes are kind of stacked together. A few Torsen engine cannon shots on them can lead to many dead skirmishes. But now the castle. We got 5 cannons. Kingstone is kind of off position. He's sending 240 villagers to repair that castle. No, that's only 31.
That castle won't survive.
Yeah.
The castle won't survive. There are siege engineers also on this cannon, so
Yeah.
the damage output is huge.
Well, now the problem is that Tatoh trying to rush a castle. So Tatoh deleted his walls, and now he has a light cap raiding him. So I don't know if that was a good decision to delete those walls. Meanwhile, in the middle, all the traps are down, but one trap, we got one converted cannon doing damage. You should get that final trap. Please get that final trap. Oh no, monks are coming. He's saying the cannon's back. Light cap are still raiding. Villager numbers are about the same. This game could go either way here. Monk is chasing. Who has more gold? Who has more relics? More relics for Kingstone. And map control also, so...
Tatoh has a good amount of gold in the bank. And he's now spamming roosters. I know that both civilizations have like crap cavalry, but he already has set up the game here for roosters. He already did some monk snipes. So the units here from Kingstone, they are more fragile. The monks are fragile, but the cannons are a bit more expensive. It all comes down to how much conversions you can get, and if Tatoh just keeps his cannons in a safe place and shooting non-stop, eventually he can recover regarding the numbers, right?
Yeah.
He's finally recovering. He never reached like 60 army units on this game. That's like the first time. So he's boosting up his army count. And now the Japanese has lost the pressure. There's no mass of trebuchets.
Yeah, and I love the small raid on the left side. Those 3 hussars are gonna kill around 25 villagers, because Kingstone is not paying attention to that. Kingstone is trying to switch to men-at-arms. Oh, did he just kill his own trap? Well, yeah, I think he killed his own trap with the cannons.
Yeah, things are not looking good for Tatoh for Kingstone right now.
How much
He's getting
gold does he
pushed
have?
back. He's not being able to counter those cannons.
I would love
More?
some... Yeah, go.
the more army there is on the field, I feel the harder it is to control and also to go there and try to snipe the cannons because there's more stuff to snipe your monks. So the cannons are just doing whatever they want at this point of the game.
Yeah, oh, but careful. Now the
Look at
monks are
that.
coming, but they are
Nope.
dying. Yeah,
Too much army.
yeah. And now he
He's
brought
not
the
finding
trap.
a position. That's why I would rather go for the Yasama, to have some more map control on the center, like multiple spots for the cannons to try and shoot and advance and make the Ethiopian life more difficult. If it's just castles, it's fine to go there, snipe one, go back, snipe the other, go back.
The monk, one conversion.
Good one.
Oh man, this is going from side to side. Like there was some very good momentums. Oh man, what are you doing with the cannons? He's shooting at the trap, so one can get converted. That castle, the castle, that one trap needs one more hit. Oh man, the castle is down.
Now there's
That's
a
huge.
small momentum for Kingstone because he has the 200 swordsman. Until Tatoh can try to attack into the counter, until he mass a bit Arbalest to counter, he has the timing. He needs to advance, he needs to snipe the cannons. But he's not playing so well, man. He just lost like 10 to 15 200 swordsmen to cannons.
Yeah.
Oh no way.
What?
I thought he could push back, but he's not.
Yeah.
Tato's just gonna finish this. He just microwaved the bombard cannons with their splash damage to counter the hand cannoneers. Sorry, the two-handed swordsman.
Yeah, look at Kingstone population. He's down to 115 villagers. He has only 45 military. He's now trying to do pikemen, but man, if you're forced to do pikemen against Ethiopians when there are only a few hussars without final armor, it's not looking too good.
Well, skirmishers are not gonna do it, right? He needs something else to deal with the roosters. The amount of damage that those roosters are absorbing is just what's allowing Tatoh to get his numbers up. And he's slowly getting like all the map, breaking all the buildings. He took down the castles. Kingstone will soon have no weapon to fight back.
Gotta get the monk. I was kinda thinking that Tatoh was actually dead when Kingstone had those 7 traps forward and Tatoh had to delete his walls. But he's been playing insane. Both have been playing insane. This was a very high level set.
I agree.
It still is, like, it's not over. Oh, and as soon as I say that, he calls GG. Come on, man. Of course he wants to fuck with me.
Japanese needs to finish off there. I like what Kingstone was doing with the 7 traps, but I feel like it's very delicate army to deal with. You have to keep making those delicate operations like converting cannons. It's difficult. It requires like a lot of attention, a lot of APM. You also have to keep pushing your trebuchets back off the cannon fire, pushing your monks on the back as well. That's why I would think that he maybe lacked like the Yasama to try and secure the map control in order to focus on pushing on a single spot. Once the game started to get wider and he had to focus on multiple spots, as you just said, it's way better for Tatoh.
Yeah, but I still feel like kind of Kingstone did an amazing game considering his disadvantage.
I agree. I would rather be Ethiopian in this matchup. I wouldn't change my mind here.
For sure. So that was, in general, very well played by both. I think Kingstone, yeah, he lost, but losing to Tatoh 3-2 at a very tough set, I think he could be proud with himself. Like, he played really, really well. And unfortunately for him, Tatoh just played a bit better. And Tatoh goes to the quarterfinals, guys, where he will wait for the winner of tomorrow's set between Viper and ACCM. So we could get a GL derby, maybe. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the series, Stark. Was a pleasure having you here. And
thanks, man. I sure did enjoy it.
Yeah, listening to your clown knowledge was very informative, and maybe you can cook us another quarter or something later in next weekend.
Sure, we should talk about it.
We will talk. Thank you so much, man. It was a pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Hope you enjoyed the series, guys. I think it was a beautiful, beautiful series. I really enjoyed it. Casting with Stark. Perhaps the bets mods, Kingstone and Tatoh both played freaking amazing, guys. Delivered a 6 set. And yeah, that's